Stand up, New York Giant fans. What is going on, Bad Dog? Happy 1 year anniversary.
Happy 1 year anniversary. It's hard to believe that was exactly 1 year ago today that this show began. Watching it again this morning and just kind of laughing at how it was a year ago and the names have changed, but the same shit is going on with the Giants.
Same record almost. We were 1-7 last year when we started. Now we're 2-6. We're a game better. And I just want to say thank you to One Giant Rebuttal. I was able to thank him before I went live, but he super chatted me before I went live. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. If you guys have not done so, please go over to Jeff's channel, One Giant Rebuttal, and subscribe to him. Looking forward to going to the game in almost a week with Bad Dog and OGR and everybody else. So that should be so much fun. And thank you to everybody for being here. We got Cinnamon Rolls before Giant playoff games in the chat. Ben Football Beast, Alex Sports, Brock in the chat, Sam in the chat, John Gregory, Andy Garcia, Cushmaster, Jared Hopkins. Thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody for being here. Obviously, we got Game 7 of the World Series on. I know a lot of people talking about that. Josh Latore in the chat, John Chow. Thank you to everybody for being here. Swag Waffles, Angel Rodriguez. Thank you. So, man, Dog, we got a rival up this week. Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, we're 2-6. We're going in with moderate expectations, right? They're 4-3, coming off a bye. They have an extra week to prepare, but something tells me that this is going to be a much closer game than people think. I don't know why. I honestly, in my heart, believe the Giants are going to have a legitimate chance to win this game in the closing minutes.
I agree. I said it's a classic trap game. Now, people did make a good point. They said the Jets were their trap game, which, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, they obviously didn't prepare for the Jets. But, they just came off a huge win against the Eagles. They had the bye, and they got a very tough Minnesota Vikings team up next. Obviously, you read the comments. They're very confident. Daniel Jones doesn't seem to worry him. It's just another Eli Manning, pretty much saying. Now, I didn't take any offense to what he said. DeMarcus Lawrence. I didn't really read Robert Quinn's thing. I didn't really care. But it's kind of like, same old Giants. Doesn't matter if the quarterback's changed. And I said, well, I guess you guys don't really know Daniel Jones. That's good. It works to our advantage if they don't want to prepare for him. But the Giants have a completely different team than week one. We got Daniel Jones, obviously. Golden Tate didn't play in the first game. Darius Slayton didn't play in the first game. We didn't have Leonard Williams. We didn't have Dion Buchanan. It's a much different Giants team this time around. And honestly, you look at what's going on the last few weeks. We've been losing games, obviously, but the offensive line did a better job last week for the most part.
Couldn't do worse.
And he had a good game. So
yeah.
Our offensive line obviously is a big key. Obviously, DeMarcus Lawrence, they did not have Robert Quinn in the first game. And they added Bennett. So their defensive line is very good. And that's obviously the key matchup. I mean, if we went up front, which is probably not going to happen, we're going to win. And that's where I think the game is going to be won and lost here, is up front on both, which is usually where it's won and lost. But we got to run. We got to stop the run. We win the game.
It's the same thing like we say every single week, but even more so amplified against a team like this. And I'm excited to see what Leonard Williams brings to this team. Obviously, Jet fans are souring him. He struggled there this year specifically. But he is a guy that has a lot of potential, a lot of talent, was arguably the number one rated prospect coming out that year in 2015. Every expert said it. And the guy's got a world of talent. And everything I read today from all the articles, the Giants intend to play him all over the field. Some nose tackles, some on the defensive end, some on the edge rusher. So I'm really excited to see how they implement him. And it's nice, man, because we have a defensive line now that I think we could build around for the next 5 years. I mean, you've got him at 25. You've got Dexter Lawrence is 22. And Dalvin Tomlinson's probably about 25. So you got 3 young players there, and B.J. Hill. Yep. So you got 4 young, and R.J. McIntosh. So, I mean, that whole defensive line is incredibly young, and it's something that I don't think we should have to worry about in this year's upcoming draft. They should focus strictly on edge rushers and the secondary, because after this move with Leonard Williams, I mean, they've really bolstered that front line.
Yeah, I agree. They could also focus on tackle, which we could definitely use. And that kid out of Georgia, and his mind is slipping right now.
Andrew Thomas.
Yeah, I mean that's there's a guy the Giants may want to look at, depending on where you draft. Honestly, if we don't draft top 3, we're not getting Chase Young, and we're probably not drafting top 3. I don't see that happen. We're going to beat Miami. We're going to beat Washington. They're probably going to draft 6th or 7th, which, he'll be there at that point. So that might not be a bad thing to do. I think Gettleman should look at the line this year around. He didn't really he did draft Dexter Lawrence. But that's about it. I mean, Zemni's ain't a line player, and he drafted a lot of guys with the secondary. So I do think this year you'll see him focus more on the offense as far as drafting your hog mollies up front. So we'll see what happens. But this game in particular, I do think it's a game we can win. And I think we can win every game. I always feel like we're talented enough to win every game, except for that Patriots game. I didn't feel like we could beat them. But it'll be interesting to see what the hell happens. Obviously, we have nothing to play for. Dallas, we're going to get up for this game. I mean, the Giants, these are like Super Bowls to us. This is our Super Bowl. Nothing would satisfy the Giants more than hurting Dallas's chances of winning the division.
Right.
So, they're going to give it 110%. And if we don't spot them 14 points like we have the Lions and Cardinals, we got a chance.
Yeah, I completely agree. And, a lot of Giants fans are going to come into this game. And we're going to answer your questions, guys, in the second half of the show, probably at about 11. We started a little late. But a lot of Giants fans are going to come into this game and they're going to say, I'm kind of hoping they lose. Especially in a game like this, I cannot think that way. I know people are thinking first pick, second pick, third pick, whatever. I cannot think that way. It's the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, I'm sorry. This is a game that I'm going to be just as into as any other game. I want to do whatever I can to piss off our rivals. And if we win the game, we're 2 games out in the loss column. Maybe we have a glimmer of hope. I know it's not going to happen, but it's nice to at least have something to root for. And then you got the Jet game, and that's a winnable game, and then who knows from there. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know what the spread. What's the spread? I haven't even looked.
Oh, I haven't even looked. I bet you Dallas is favored by
7, 8.
No, they're on the road. I bet you it's like 5.5 or something, somewhere in there. 5 points, Dallas favored. I can't imagine it's quite a touchdown.
Yeah.
In MetLife Stadium. It is a touchdown. Wow.
They're coming off a bye too, so
really giving the Giants no respect. But 7.5. I would take the Giants at 7.5. 7's probably gonna be the Giants getting 7.5. I would take the Giants there. It's a half point's a lot. At that point. That's surprising. Giants moved up in the power rankings.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. The team has lost their last 4 games, and they're moving up in the power. I didn't quite understand that.
Yeah, me neither.
They probably couldn't move down much further. I didn't see the power rankings, but
the Jets keep moving down though. They're doing good.
Yeah,
it'll be a good game of Jets and Giants. We might have 3 combined wins. Like I said last week, we'd be better off just hanging out in the parking lot.
Just want to say hello to Marjorie's in here. I saw her. Jet G, thank you for being here. Joseph Santiago, Crypto Moves. If West Coast, what's going on? If you guys haven't done so, why aren't you I work till 10:30. That's what 10. I didn't get home till 10:20, so that's why I'm not streaming Game 7.
Why am I not streaming Game 7? Because we had Talkin Giants night, and I had to watch my son until 9:30, and it's impossible to stream a freaking baseball game when you're watching a 2-year-old. So
there's your answer.
No Game 7. Yeah.
So there's your answer.
That's called adulting, and it sucks. But you got to be an adult. You got to work. You got to pay bills. Got to be a father. It's just how it goes, man. Family first, always.
Yeah. So what's up, Pumpkin? Thank you for tuning in the stream. Thank you to everybody for being here. Go Eat in the house. Thank you for everybody for being here. But yeah, so other than that, what are some things I made a video on it, but I'm curious, what are the things you're looking for in the second half of the season from both sides of the football, offense and defense? What do you want to see improved? What do you want to see continued? The things that are doing well that you want to see continued. Like what specific things on both sides of the ball?
Obviously, I want to see Daniel Jones cut down on the turnovers. I think that's a big thing. He needs better pocket awareness. He's got to work on that. You can get that there, unless you're delayed. I
got it. Rudy T, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, "Lay down, Cowgirls fans, and shut the blank up." Rudy.
Hopefully, Rudy.
Yeah, hopefully that's right. Hopefully we can say that at the end of the game. But going back to it, yeah, obviously the turnovers with Daniel Jones has been a big problem.
Yeah, so he's got to clean that up. I want to see Sam Beal play. You've heard a lot of things about him. The guy's never gotten on the field because of injury. He's healthy now. Somebody told me he can't play till week 11, though. I don't know why. They said when he's off IR, they got to wait 21 days to clear. I never heard that, but
I didn't hear that. Who told you that?
But, I don't know. Someone typed in the chat. I'm like, I thought they just had to wait till week 8. I never heard he had to wait an extra 3 weeks. It doesn't make any sense. Why would he be practicing? But there's that, and then I would like to see Julian Love play. I mean, Antoine Bethea sucks.
Oh.
So put Love out there. I mean, how much worse can he be? I'd like to see Ballantyne. I'd like to see some of the young secondary get shots because I want them to get that experience going forward. Bethea's not going to be here next year. He's $125,000 if we cut him, so he's gone. And obviously, just that's what mostly what I'm looking for. I want to see that secondary develop. And I want to see Daniel Jones cut down on those turnovers and just get better every week. Defensive line is going to be the defensive line. I don't think there's much to learn on the defensive line. These guys are what they are. Obviously, you'd like to see them improve, but I don't know how much they're going to improve. I'm interested to see how they use Leonard Williams going forward. I think that's big key. I think he'll help Dexter Lawrence a lot because, Leonard Williams is still a beast. The guy was a 6th overall pick a few years ago. He's 25 years old.
Right.
Sometimes you're just in a crappy situation. The Jets aren't a good team. And a lot of Jets fans said that they misused him. So maybe a change of scenery, even though it's really just a different uniform. The scenery's exactly the same. Maybe it'll help him being on a different organization. Who knows? But,
yeah, I'm with you, man. And we know that the Jets, over the course of their history, and I'm not knocking the Jets. People know if they're on my channel, I root for the Jets when they're not playing the Giants. But over the course of their history, they've certainly had. Oh man, Rayvon, Virginia, man, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat, man. Thank you very much, man. He says happy 2 year. You can't forget about it. He says happy 1 year mark, fellas. We appreciate that, Rayvon.
Yeah, Rayvon, my man. What's going on? I saw you, Terrence Simonson, new one, Rayvon. I just didn't comment, but I was watching that video. Don't worry, I still keep tabs on my boys. I always keep tabs on my boys in the TTC, always.
And if you guys have not done so, Rayvon's a Giants YouTuber, and I always say it. I think he was the first Giants content creator who reached out to me on my channel. So always like to shout him out when I can, and thank you for popping in, Rayvon. Go check him out if you haven't done so. And why do I have a comb in my hand?
Because you have moss. It's one thing you'll never see in my hand is a damn comb.
But now I forgot what we were talking about. We were talking about Leonard Williams. Yeah, Leonard Williams and the Jets. Yeah. The Jets, over the course of their history, they just haven't. They don't develop players very well. They just don't. You look at Danny Woodhead. He leaves the team. He becomes, a very good serviceable back for both the Patriots and the Chargers. And there's a number of other players. And hopefully that's the case with Leonard Williams. Now, a lot of people said the system had something to do with it as well, and the surrounding talent on that defensive line. I think we have a young emerging line. I think that should help get the most out of him. And I think it was a good move. Now, I don't know about giving up the picks. That is what a lot of people are upset about, giving up the 5th and the 3rd pick for a guy that was going to be a free agent anyway.
Yeah, that was interesting to me. Obviously, if they sign him, that 2021 pick turns into a 4th-round pick. But if they don't, they get a compensatory pick. It's pretty much going to be a wash.
We lose a 5th.
What's that?
We would lose a 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who cares? About a 5th, honestly. But although he has drafted some good talent in the 5th. Conley and Slayton were 5th-round picks, and they were both really. Conley was really making an impact before the injury, and Slayton coming off the injury. You see, he and Daniel Jones have got a really good chemistry. But I don't really know. See, I don't know how this works. I mean, the Giants sign a free agent. Do they lose a compensatory? I don't know, because in baseball, you sign a free agent, you lose a draft pick. So I don't know if that happens in football or not. I'm trying to think of why he would do this unless they're going to franchise him next year, is my guess. That would make more sense. I don't think they want to get in a bidding war. I don't think they wanted him to hit the open market.
That's possible.
So that's the only thing I can think of is they're saying, we'll give up a 3rd-round pick for this guy who was a 6th overall pick, 25. They still believe he has a world of talent. They franchise him next year. I don't know what that franchise tag is, $14 million. I don't know exactly what it is. And then they don't have to get in a bidding war with another team and pay him $100 million, which supposedly is what he's asking for. So it's the only thing I can think of why they did what he did. But I didn't know either.
The other thing I could come up with is maybe they feel that strongly about him, and they felt if they went out and traded for him, rather than him hitting the open market and being able to choose wherever he wants to go, if by trading for him, obviously he still has that option, but it makes the Giants the favorite, right? They went out of their way to say, we want this guy, and they sent him the right message, and now they have 8 weeks to convince him to stay as a New York Giant, because that might have been their number one target from the beginning.
Yeah, I very well could have. I think they ought to try to get somebody else over there that wants to leave the Jets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we have him, please?
Yeah.
He's going to cost more than a 3rd-round pick, though.
Yeah. Yeah, Jamal Adams you're talking about, right?
I'm so glad he didn't go to Dallas.
Oh, the Jets were asking for way too much. 2 first-round picks, I heard, right?
No, I ain't giving up 2 first-round picks for him.
Yeah,
we'll give you another third.
Yeah, they wanted the same package that the Jaguars got for Ramsey. That's what they were asking for.
Not quite the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, he's great, safety. But a lockdown corner is much more valuable than a safety.
Yeah.
But once again, thank you to everybody for being here. We'll get to those questions in a second. Go ahead, Beto.
Oh, I was just gonna say, the Leonard Williams thing is interesting. I'm glad Dallas didn't get Jamal Adams, and of course, the Eagles, the Eagle fans, they love it. They're getting everybody, and they ended up with nobody.
That was the other thing.
I saw Philly 500's video. He was pretty mad that the Bengals didn't trade them AJ Green. I just love it. I'm like, it's beautiful. Good. They shouldn't trade AJ Green.
Yeah. Screw the Eagles. But that was the other thing. The trade deadline. Nothing happened.
Nothing.
The day of the trade deadline.
I think the Giants trade is probably the biggest one. Maybe that or the Cowboys and Michael Bennett. Those are it. Those are your big moves. Well, the Ramsey one was big.
Ramsey was big, and then you had the wide receivers. What's his name? Went to the Patriots, Sanu, and then you had Emmanuel Sanders go to the 49ers.
Yeah, so I think maybe this stuff just happened earlier this time around. There really wasn't much to be left, or much to be had after that. So,
were you disappointed that we couldn't trade Janoris Jenkins?
I was surprised. Like, I don't know if nobody wanted him. I don't know if Gettleman wanted more than he was offered, because I didn't hear if we were offered anything. I mean, if we were offered less than a fifth, I wouldn't trade him either. Might as well just let him finish out the year. Maybe they trade him in the offseason. He's not going to be here next year. I can't imagine they're going to not cut him and save $11 million. Since you drafted all those corners anyway.
Right.
It wouldn't make any sense. So that's why I wanted to see these younger guys play. That's why I thought they would trade him, because you want to get a look at your Sam Beals. You want to get a look at your Julian Loves and your Corey Ballentines. At least get them some experience, see what they have going into next year, because then you can get rid of Janoris Jenkins. He's been great for us. Yeah. I definitely thought his trade value would raise with the way he's played, but obviously they just didn't get what they wanted for him, or maybe nobody asked about him. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way of us knowing. I was upset yesterday, but then when I took time to think about it, I said maybe we didn't get a legitimate offer. But at the end of the day, if you're going to let him walk, why not get something for him? And then when you say wait until the offseason, I would think that his value would be even less in the offseason, because now you know that you could hold the Giants over a barrel, knowing that the Giants are more than likely going to release him. So why am I trading for him anyway?
Yeah.
So that's my thought process there.
It was weird. Maybe nobody offered anything.
No.
I'm not really sure. I don't know what goes on there, because we're never going to hear this guy until maybe later. You'll hear they offered this, they offered that. But the whole reason they didn't get rid of Landon Collins is because nobody offered anything they wanted, and they ended up with a compensatory pick for him. Of course, it was much different because he didn't cost us anything.
Right.
Janoris Jenkins is costing $14.75 million. That's a big chunk of your cap. But I mean, with the way he's played since the infamous shit fondue video, maybe the Giants think he can help him next year. He has played well. I mean, he has played so much better. Not just intercepting passes. Right. He's tackling. He's covering. Like, it looks like he's trying. Like, after that Mike Evans game, maybe he got humbled. Maybe something went off in his brain, and he said, "I got to do better."
Right.
Well, we all know it was my video, because we all know they watched.
It was bad. We all know, guys. It was bad though.
Let's hope Solder watched his video this week and gets his head out of his ass.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. And Solder was a guy I never really believed in those rumors. I thought it was fairy tales to begin with. Who would ever be interested? So the only guy that I thought was going to be possibly traded was Janoris Jenkins. Same. Unless they were going to trade Dalvin Tomlinson after they acquired Leonard Williams. I thought that was on the table. Maybe B.J. Hill. I'm glad they didn't. I'm a big fan of Dalvin Tomlinson, the way he's played this year. But I really thought Jenkins would have been traded. Now that he wasn't traded, we both assume he's going to be let go. Do you think they bring him back?
Who's that?
Janoris Jenkins.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. With the way he's played, there is a good possibility maybe they do decide, all right, well, he's worth it. And maybe they trade him in the middle of next year. I mean, I honestly don't know, because it's so far out. But like I said, maybe the way he's played over the course of the last 6 games, they say, okay, he's going to help. And we could definitely use this guy to be the lockdown he was back in 2006 because he's playing like he did in 2016. And all of a sudden, he's playing like that again. So it's possible. I mean, we can definitely afford him next year. We're not strapped for money anymore.
Right.
Kareem Martin's not going to be here. I can't imagine Martin, Ogletree, and Ellison will be here. And that's about gone. $17 million in cap space there. So, maybe they ride with Jenkins. I don't know. But they won't be here either. So
now the thing is what you said about trading Jenkins. My thought process would be if they keep him, I don't know what he would command on the open market at 32 years old, but you'd probably get more for him. If you're going to hold him the next year, you're probably going to get more from him if you just let him play it out and sign somewhere, but then you get that comp pick like we did for Landon Collins.
Right.
Because you're probably not going to get more than a 5th or 6th round pick for him, right? So if you're going to let him be on the roster next year, I think you let him play it out the whole year.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that would make sense because obviously unless they did get a 3rd or more,
right,
which you probably ain't going to get for him, then it would make sense to just let him play it out. So maybe that could also be what they're doing. Maybe at this point they're saying, we'll take the bite of the money. He's played really well. Maybe nobody offered him that 3rd round pick. Maybe all they got offered was a 5th. And they said, well, we can hold on to him. He's playing well, and we have the money to afford him. And, when he plays his contract out, then, we get a compensatory pick. We'll get a 3rd rounder. So it's very possible, which is why whenever Giants fans always screamed about not getting anything for Landon Collins, I said they did, and maybe nobody offered more than that. Right. So, and he stinks. Landon Collins sucks. I trust in Dave Gettleman. Some of the things, this Leonard Williams trade, that was the first time I kind of scratched my head and said, the hell was that?
Right.
And most of the time I agree. I mean, the Daniel Jones thing, obviously I didn't initially, but that was the first time he made a move and I'm like,
yeah,
wonder why he did that.
Right.
But I have to believe in him. I did that video on him yesterday. And like I said, you look at some of the best GMs in the history of our franchise, their first 2 years are terrible here. And George Young took over a really bad team in '79, and they were winning Super Bowls in '86. So, of course, these first 2 years, '98, '99, they stunk. So
that was a good video. I watched that.
Yeah. Some time.
That was a really good video. And Vladimir Putin, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. And Jeff McKinney, you get a wrench if you keep showing up. I give out 1 or 2 a stream. This stream, I don't look at the chat as much because I'm talking to Bad Dog. But in my normal streams, I give out 1 or 2 a stream. And Vladimir Putin says, Bad Dog, make a vid ripping Garrett, and he will be good.
Why would I do that, Vladimir? I hope that the Cowboys extend Jason Garrett they should just give him a lifetime contract.
Lifetime.
Yeah. I hope Garrett and Jerry Jones are together until I'm 105. I really do. And I know Jerry Jones is going to live to be 170, so we're good there. He is already like 106.
Yeah, that guy he's pretty old. And what's going on, 40 Luck? Thank you for tuning into the stream. Who's winning the World Series? Last Bad Dog told me it was 3-2 Nationals.
3-2 Nationals. Howie Kendrick with the big 2-run shot off the right field foul pole gave him the 3-2 lead after Anthony Rendon put him on the board earlier in the inning with a solo shot.
And how many likes we got? I see King Envy
saying
67,
and we got 265 in here, so that is really not adding up.
That's a 200. That's a 200-point differential there, Bad Dog.
That's not really working. That's about our differential in points this year for the Giants. So we need to get that better.
And if you guys haven't done so, please go into that description and subscribe to Bad Dog Sports. He will be. What are you doing? They're doing the basketball game tomorrow. No, Friday.
I may do I did a Halloween stream last year. Obviously, I showed off the horror film collection I have. I'm not going to do that again because it's pretty much the same horror movies. I don't think I added anything this year. I am going to buy the Hammer House of Horror series collection. That's nothing, but I'm not going to go through that. But I'd probably just do a quick Q&A. I haven't done a Q&A. I wanted to do it last Saturday, and I forgot what the hell happened, man. I get busy with family and everything else. So I think tomorrow night when I get done taking little Bad Dog trick-or-treating, I may just do a quick Q&A for like an hour and a half. Basketball game's on Friday.
Right, okay. Oh, basketball's Friday, that's right. And Rickson, man, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, I'm giving up on Engram. Ellison is more solid. Listen, I get what you're saying. Engram has always been inconsistent. That's been the biggest problem with Engram, and he's always dropped passes that he shouldn't drop. He did it last week 2 weeks ago with the 40-yard pass down the sideline against the Cardinals. That was a crucial drop. But I don't think we're keeping Ellison. $6.5 million. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, we save like $5.5 million or whatever it is. I can't see them keeping him because you can get another tight end. Red Ellison doesn't do anything for us.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of wasting money on a second tight end, and he won't be here next year. Can't imagine.
Well, he was originally brought in here if memory serves me correctly to be the fullback.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, they paid a lot of money for a fullback, and we got Elijah Penny, so they're not gonna keep Red Ellison here. I can't imagine.
Now, speaking of Evan Engram, though, I will say, I think next year's his last year on his rookie contract, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And he's going to make 3-point whatever. And I don't know if there's an option after that. I don't know all the specifics. I haven't looked into it. He's a guy, much like a Landon Collins, they could let walk for a compensatory pick. I could see that. If he does not work out, you get a 3rd or a 4th round pick for him.
Yeah, it's a shame because Evan Ingram's got a world of talent. You and I both thought, and I'm sure a lot of other Giants fans thought he'd have a breakout year this year. He started off red hot. I think he had 100 yards the first 2 weeks or so, for two out of the first 2 weeks.
100-yard games of his career.
And then he just kind of fell off again. I mean, he's open a lot, but he has a hard time hanging on to the damn ball. It's last year at this time when we started doing this show, every week was it, except for the very first one. I don't know. I don't think of the very first one we did, but it began the Evan Engram Rip Fest.
Yes.
And he started to play a lot better the last 4 games.
He did.
So it's just something about when we tear into a player, they change around.
Yeah.
Hasn't worked with Shermer, though. I'm trying, and that just doesn't work.
And thank you, in a We Got Time. He's got a channel, by the way, new channel over there, Giants fan. Thank you for tuning into the stream. $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, think Golden Tate stays the whole 3 years. Well, it's 3 more years on top of this year, and I honestly am going to say no. And I didn't think so. Oh, I got another one, too. Let me make sure I get that, too.
Vladimir Putin.
Okay, yeah. But real quick about Golden Tate, and I don't think so. I didn't think when we signed him, it's a $5 million dead cap it after 2 years. And I could see them letting him go after 2, if not, certainly after the 3rd year. What do you think, Bad Dog, real quick on that?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he'll be here the whole time. I think next year's his last year. I think they'll be here for a year, one more year, and that's it.
Yeah. And Vladimir Putin with the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, maybe Engram sees ghosts when he drops the ball. Maybe he does. Maybe him and Sam Darnold are related there, Bad Dog.
Yeah, maybe they are.
And, good citizen, man. Thank you, man, for the support, man. $5 super chat. Bends the knees. Vote for Andrew Yang for president in 2020. He wants to provide every citizen starting at 18 a check for $1,000 per month and Medicare for all. Well, there you go. We got I've seen good citizens in our streams before. Listen, if I get $1,000 per month, I'll vote for anybody for president. Good citizen. If you're gonna give me an extra $1,000 a month.
Yeah. Well, where the hell do you think that money's coming from?
That's true.
Us?
That's true.
Pay yourselves $1,000 a month. Hey, yo, Bad Dog, here's a raise. Oh, well, no, you're paying for your own raise.
Yeah, I don't know all the specifics. But thank you very much for the super chat, man. But I think Sinor would take it. You think Sinor would take $1,000?
Who?
It's Chris Sinor. He says, I want $1,000.
I think Sinor know what to do with $1,000. He could start by replacing the plate that he broke when he was trying to cook, and he set it on the stove. I mean, come on. One of my favorite videos all the time when he put the pepper on his eggs and that top fell off. What a lunatic he is.
I think Sinor would probably buy 1,000 soda poppies. I think that's what he would do.
Sinor is me when I was 13, 14 years old. It's really scary. Really is.
Yeah, I love that
God
kid.
help his parents.
I love that kid. That kid's the best.
He's great. He is.
But it is 11 o'clock, guys, and we talked a little bit about the Cowboys game. Real quick, I kind of interrupted you there. Things you were looking for in the second half, you were getting going with Daniel Jones and the turnovers. What else are you looking at both on both the offense and the defense that you want to improve?
I want to see the young secondary play. I would like them to get experience. You draft all these guys. There's 3 guys sitting there. We got to see Sam Beal at some point. I mean, he hasn't seen the field since you drafted him. So We have to see what the hell he does. I want to see Julian Love play some safety. Antoine Bethea sucks. Like I said, Love can't be worse. Bethea, I swear to God, I could beat him in a foot race. I swear to God. He is so slow.
Yeah.
He takes terrible angles. Michael Thomas is getting beat the last 2 weeks. They're blowing coverage out there. I would just like to see those young kids play. And again, I don't know what we could do on the defensive line. I'm interested in seeing what Leonard Williams does the second half, but I don't really know. I mean, I want Lorenzo Carter to play like he did last week. I would like to see that Lorenzo Carter again.
Right.
I think he had 5 tackles, a sack. He had 3 tackles for loss. I would like to see him get back to that. I'd like to see B.J. Hill get back to where he was last year because those guys really showed a lot of promise. And then you add him with the Dex Lawrence, who's been really good for us, and add a Leonard Williams. Maybe the Giants get going. But that's really what I'm looking forward to. Offensively, I want to see Slayton and Daniel Jones. I'm enjoying that a lot. I think that could be a very dangerous combination for years to come. Slayton's a burner, and because they're both rookies and they practice a lot together in training camp and the second squad, you can see the chemistry. They got that back shoulder timed really well.
Oh, yeah.
And Slayton's been able to beat coverage deep, and Jones hits him in stride. I forgot what game it was where it might have been Minnesota. I don't remember where Slayton made that catch where he stretched out. And
it was
for a touchdown, and Shepard dropped the same pass, and I can't remember what that was.
Well, I think it was Minnesota. I think it was Minnesota. I could be wrong on that though. I can't remember. Oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi, man, thank you. He just says here's $5. Thank you so much, Obi-Wan Kenobi, for being a great subscriber. $5 super chat. Bends the knees. I'm still holding this comb. By the way, let me run it through my hair a little bit.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
But thank you to everybody for being here. And so I mean, my keys are pretty similar. For the offense, the most important thing to me is ball security with Daniel Jones, the fumbling problems. And I thought that you could tell, I think that they coached him last week. You could see him hold on to the ball when they were getting that pressure up the middle. I saw him turn his back on one play. He had the ball with 2 hands. So I like seeing that. There was a noticeable difference for me. And on the defensive end, the secondary has to get a lot better. And third downs have been horrible. Third and 8s, third and 9s, third and 10s. Every time they're getting a first down. That has to be improved.
That's got to be better playing Prescott. I say it all the time. I scream this every week. If it's 3rd and 17, I get the soft zone. Let them complete underneath, make the tackle. 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 12, you better bring freaking pressure and make that quarterback hit the hot read and make the tackle. Don't let him survey the field, because if you're rushing 3 and you're not getting there, you have all day. Well, a guy's going to come over eventually. Either that or defensive backs are going to hold at some point, and you're going to get a first down. They got to bring more pressure on 3rd in that 3rd to 7 or 3rd to 12 range.
Right.
Like I said, 3rd and 17, I get you backing off. You don't want to give up a big play, although we seem to do that too on screen passes for whatever reason. But I'd like to see more pressure on 3rd downs from Betcher. 3rd and 4, obviously, you can't really do that. But 3rd and 8, you got to bring some kind of pressure if we're not getting there. And I hate that freaking soft zone coverage. He plays that shit all the time, and it just backfires. We see a lot of coaches do that. And what game were we watching, Chris? Or they were going to throw to hell? It was Green Bay last week.
Yes, and you called
before it happened. I said, blitz them so we can't even reach the end zone. No, they do. They bring the pressure, and Rodgers can't do nothing. He has to eat the ball. I hate when they let the quarterback even have it. Again, converting a Hail Mary is slim to none, but if you blitz them, it's none to none, because they're never reaching the end zone if you bring somebody off the corner. He can't do anything with it. So I've never understood why they drop everybody back and just allow a jump ball.
I completely
bring
agree.
7 and go. Get rid of the
Yeah, no, that's a great point you bring. You say it every time. Every single time you say it, and you're absolutely right. But yeah, 3rd down for me has been a big problem for this Giants defense, and I'm not a coach. I can't tell you how to fix that. But it needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed. Yeah. Whether it's the coverage is the problem, whether it's not getting home with the blitzes, whether it's playing soft zone on a 3rd and 8. But whatever it is, it's been a major problem for this defense. The one encouraging thing I think from the defense this year, we are getting pressure on the quarterback. We have
22 sacks.
22 sacks in our first 8 games. Last year it was 9 in our first 8 games.
Yeah.
So that noticeable difference there.
Marcus Golden's definitely helped out.
On
that. But you do like to see him get the pressure. But again, it's like we can't get the 3rd down pressure.
Right.
And I like them to get the pressure on the 3rd down, because it's nice to get 2nd and 17, but then when you're allowing them to convert on 3rd down, tie game.
There you go, tie game in the World Series, guys.
I'm sorry, the Nationals are up. I'm sorry. I thought the Astros were up. It's 4-2 Washington. My bad.
See, I'm a Met fan, so I'm not happy about that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But thank you to everybody for being here. I do appreciate it. If you haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell. More importantly, go into that link in the description. Bad Dog Sports. We're gonna do this show on his channel next week. So probably gonna be the same time unless I get my work schedule changed. 10:30 to 12. So going over there and check it out. And Obi-Wan Kenobi, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Ben's Denise, he says, Cowboys fan here. Love your guys' channels. Hate your team, but I like them more than the Eagles and Redskins. Forgot message on the last one. Sorry. Oh, you didn't have to give me another. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. And I appreciate your support, even though you're Bad Dog and I say it all the time. Some of the biggest compliments that we get as creators are when opposing, like John Letourneau, when opposing fans are such passionate fans of our channels.
Brock Kitchline's another one.
Brock is another one, yeah. There's tons
the
of them.
Sperm Cell,
Yeah.
Philly 500. Yeah, there's a lot of Eagle fans that are big supporters of my channel. Same thing with Cowboys fans. I mean, they are. And, that's the thing, And that means a lot to us.
Vladimir
because
Putin
obviously there's
is
a lot of
Cowboy
respect.
fan.
We just don't like the teams. That's all.
Yeah, Vladimir Putin's a Cowboy fan.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, all the support you guys give us means the world, And obviously, we don't like your team, but we like you.
Yeah, hate your teams. Not gonna lie, hate them with a passion. I'm not faking that. I can't stand y'all. But hey, the feeling's mutual. So that's what's fun about it, though. And the NFC East is always a great division. We're the only division that's had everyone win a Super Bowl. We've won a quarter of the Super Bowls ever played, pretty much. And it's a lot of respect, a lot of winning goes on in this division. Although the division's bad this year. Bad for the last few years.
Oh, it's awful, man. Oh, Josh Satori, man. What's going on, Josh Satori? $5 super chat. Bends the knees. Great supporter of both of us. How long do you think Shermer has left if we don't win more than 5 games this year? If we let him go, who would you want to replace him? Josh, we've been asked that question a lot. I personally, and I think Bad Dog agrees with me. I'm not saying what Bad Dog wants. I think we both agree we'd be surprised if Pat is replaced after this season. It could happen, but I personally would be surprised. I don't think it will happen. If it does happen, I think it will be at the conclusion of his 3rd year. And at the conclusion of his 3rd year, if that were to take place, we all know who Bad Dog wants. Lincoln Riley of Oklahoma.
Riley. Give me Lincoln Riley.
He is begging for him.
I'll tell you, he'll turn Daniel Jones into Tom Brady. I'm not lying.
And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be opposed to him. I wouldn't be opposed to a hotshot college coach. I know that's the new thing.
Harbaugh.
But Harbaugh's my guy. Harbaugh's the guy that would be my number one choice if he was available. You don't know. I mean, I said Cowher years ago and he was never available. So, but yeah, Harbaugh would be my guy.
Right. I just want to say, now I am very good with numbers. Eagles fans don't want to believe
Are you good with numbers?
I am very good with numbers. I obviously I'm not a Cowboys like Harry Roseman because somehow I would have a cap. The Eagles don't. But anyway, there's 354 people in here and there's 108 likes. Well, that isn't close.
That doesn't add up.
There should be 200 likes at least in here. At least.
Bad Dog's my accountant. I don't look at the numbers. Bad Dog's my accountant.
That was 360. Like everybody, this is a big crowd, guys. Thank you so much for being here on our 1-year anniversary, mind you. So hit the thumbs up for the 1-year anniversary of Talking Giants with Chris and the Bad Dog. I mean, come on, baby.
And if you guys are new to my channel,
you're the whole reason that we even do this show. You're the whole reason this lasted a year. You know how when you have somebody that's made a speech and you're talking about the people in the audience and say, hey, you give yourself an applause. Thumbs up yourselves.
Yeah, you guys are just more important to this show than we are. So thank you guys for being a big part of it. And Jet G, man, thank you for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. And I think I got one more I just want to read out. Matthew Anthony, man, thank you so much, man. I lost it. Let me just scroll up. $3 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, last and best New York Giants game you guys went to. I went to last year. I went to it was a preseason game, but the last Giants game I went to was Giants-Jets preseason last year. And the best game I've been to, believe it or not, I've been to a lot of, usually when I go Bad Dog, unfortunately, and we're going to be going next Sunday, they lose. So hopefully that's not the case. But the best Giants game I went to actually was a loss, believe it or not. But I say it was the best. First off, it was an incredible game. Second off, it was one of the biggest reasons, in my opinion, why we went out to win a Super Bowl. It was the 38-35 loss to the Green Bay Packers in 2011. That is the best Giants game I've been to live.
God,
Giants should have won that game, by the way. They got screwed with the penalties.
Oh, of course they did. Last game I went to, the horrible game. Well, we won, but it was still a horrible game because it rained so bad. The weather sucked. It was against the Redskins in 2013, last game of the season. Terrible. It was awful weather. Awful weather. God, I forgot what the hell. I can't tell you the best game I went to because, again, we lose a lot when I go. Of course, the Giants have done a lot of losing, so we're gonna. I can tell you the coldest game I ever went to was that game 89 against the Eagles. We lost, of course. That was one of the coldest games I've ever been to. I mean, I went in the 80s with my father, but I was young. I went a lot. I mean, I went a few times in 84, 85, 86 is why I really got into them. I mean, we kicked. I guess the best game I've been to, it would have to be 1986. We beat the holy hell out of the Eagles 35-3.
That's a good game.
That was a pretty good one.
That's a good game.
That was a pretty good one. That was 86, though. I mean, we're going back 33 years for me to find the best Giants game I've ever been to. That tells you how bad it's been lately. I haven't been in 6 years, so I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to go. Actually, I think I did go to a preseason game against the Colts. I wasn't. What the hell year was that? Was that 2014? It might have been Beckham's. No, I don't remember. I don't think I was there for Beckham. That might have been 2012. I get the years mixed up, guys. I'm sorry. It's what happens when you're older, and it's been a while since I've been there.
Bezos got me by 9 years. So, but and good citizen, man. Thank you so much for the. He really likes Andrew Yang. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Bends the knees. He says, "Love your channel. Vote Andrew Yang. Check out his policies to Yang 2020 and YouTube Andrew Yang." Okay, well, and thank you again, good citizen, because you're in a lot of my streams. I've seen you. I've seen you in Bad Dog streams as well. And I don't talk politics on here. The only thing I know about Andrew Yang is that he does not like the New York Knicks. He says he's a New York Knicks fan, but he bashes the way that they run the organization. I see that all the time on KnicksBlog.com. That is what. And you know what?
Lost again tonight.
That made us like him more as a politician.
They lost again tonight. Let me ask you this, good citizen. Can Andrew Yang buy the Knicks? If he can buy the Knicks, I'll vote for him. If he kicks Dolan's ass out of there and owns the Knicks, I'll vote for him. How's that for a deal? Yeah. Freaking Dolan. Yeah. The Knicks suck.
Oh, God. They lost again tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they 12.
They come back from 18 down the other night.
Yeah.
They wouldn't won a game yet.
Yeah. 1-4, but we'll see where it goes. RJ Barrett's at least been encouraging. Struggled tonight, but he's been encouraging. But go ahead, guys. That went a little longer. We got in a little conversation. Ask you questions. We appreciate everybody for being here. And like I said, 300 and something in the house. Somebody said
393.
We got up to 393.
Yeah.
Holy hell! What happened? If you guys have not done so, go into this is our biggest show I think we've ever had. If you guys haven't done so, go into the description and subscribe to Bad Dog Sports. We do this show every Wednesday on each other's channel. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you for all the love and support that you always show my channel. The Q&As have been huge too. You guys are so great, and I love you guys. So thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate it. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Ring the bell.
Hit that thumbs up. I mean, 150 as far as likes going, 391. It don't add up. Don't add up.
What is going on, chat? Thank you for tuning in the stream. Corey Lewis, man, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says Shep needs to retire. I would hate him to get CTE. Corey Lewis, we've talked about this numerous times. I'm with you, man, and I think Bad Dog's with you too. I'm not saying he should retire yet, but I'm with you in the sense that he needs to start worrying about his health. That 2 concussions in 4 games is very serious business.
Well, and what pisses me off is that they allowed him to finish both of those games.
Yeah.
But you have all this concussion protocol crap, and you let him finish the game with a concussion? Makes no sense. It makes no sense.
They did it twice.
That's what I'm saying. They did it in Dallas, then they did it a couple weeks later against Washington, right? Was it against Washington? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It was a little after that.
I don't know. It wasn't Washington. I think it was like week.
Maybe it was Minnesota.
He probably missed the Washington game due to the concussion, right?
That was week 4.
Oh yeah. What am I saying? Yeah, no. Maybe it was Washington.
It might have been against Minnesota.
regardless, it happened twice, and they let him right back on the field right away after it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. They check him out and they say you're good to go. I mean, who the hell's checking him out?
Yeah. It reminds me of Jordan Reed is always hurt. Mono Ghost, always. How much do you think Williams will have an immediate impact on the defense? Great question, Raymond Moreno. I still got to see how he's utilized, but I think he is going to play a lot for the New York Giants. I don't think this is like Dayon Buchanan. I think he's going to come right in. He's going to start right away, and I think he's going to have an impact. Now, his impact might not be easy to see. It might not be the type of impact where he's getting 2-3 sacks, because that's not really the type of player he is. Of course, if he gets the sacks, that's great. But I think he is going to have an influence on the defense. I think he's our best defensive lineman right now. So I think he's going to help this defense. There's no reason to think he won't.
Yeah, a defensive tackle, a lot of times they're not Aaron Donald. He's a special player.
Right.
You usually don't see stats from defensive tackles. Their job is to stuff the run. Okay, their job is to put pressure up the middle of the QB so he can't step up in the pocket. That's really where you want your pressure. Edge rush pressure is great, but it's easy for the tackles to push them around the quarterback and have him step up into a clean pocket if you're not going to push up the middle. And it doesn't really matter. You know, your edge rushers need to get home, or if they go around the quarterback can step up around them. That's not a big deal. If you have a push up the middle and he can't step into that throw, that's when you have your interceptions, because he can't drive on the ball. If he's standing up there flat and he has to throw flat-footed because you're in his face, or you're getting a hand up and you're hitting his arm when he goes to throw it, that's when the ball flutters out there and you know, the passes are intercepted. I'm pretty sure against the Patriots, Leonard Williams was the reason the Jets intercepted the one pass, because Leonard Williams got in there and he got Brady's arm and the ball fluttered.
Yep.
That's the type of – so Leonard Williams gets nothing as far as a statistic on that. Maybe a QB pressure, if you want to call it that. I don't really know what they consider a QB pressure. But it's that type of play that he doesn't get credit for the interception, but he definitely caused the interception. So that's the type of thing you want to see from your defensive tackles, your defensive line when you run, especially when you run a 3-4. You just need that push up the middle, maybe not the sacks. But also that's a time when he's got to go out of the pocket, maybe runs into a defensive end. But that's what Leonard Williams has to bring to us. And he's got to stuff the run, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And the push up the middle is what's going to give those other guys. It's going to create more sack opportunities for the edge rushers, right? So he may not get credit for it. It's kind of like an assist in basketball. But I think he is going to have he's going to help this defense right away. I think there will be an immediate impact. We'll see if Michael Bennett can still make the middle push. Yeah, we'll see is right. He's up there in age. And you know, I don't think that was a huge impact signing for the Cowboys, or trade rather, but we'll see.
The other thing I'll say real quick about the push up the middle. I mean, look at the 2007 Super Bowl. I mean, the Giants, it was Justin Tuck that push up the middle.
Cofield.
A couple. Who the hell was the other guy?
Barry Cofield.
Right, Cofield. I mean, they were getting that push up the middle, and Brady was in trouble. We sacked him 5 times because of that push up the middle, and then he running into Strahan to the outside. I think Tuck had 2 sacks. Strahan had 2 sacks, if I'm not mistaken.
Cofield got the last one when he rocked him on that last.
Well, it was Jay Alford that got that.
Oh, it was Alford. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Jay Alford got that one. I remember that.
Yeah, that was a hit.
Yep, Chris Canty was on that team too. Yeah, so I mean, they had good push up the middle, and that's a big key to stopping quarterbacks, man. When they can't step up in the pocket, that's really the key to getting a quarterback out of his rhythm. If he can step up and throw, it's not going to bother him the edge rush.
And I've seen Angel Rodriguez ask this a couple times. Hey, Chris, will Darius Slayton ever be the New York Giants' #1 wide receiver? That's impossible for me to answer. It's possible. Anything's possible at the end of the day. I mean, I don't know when Michael Thomas was drafted. I don't think he was an early draft pick. You know, anything's possible. Do I expect it? No. If he becomes our #2 wide receiver, it's a great draft pick. Fifth.
He's our #2 wide receiver right now.
Yeah, I'm saying long term when we get good. If on a good team, if he's our #2, I'll sign up.
He's got the skills for it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything's impossible. I mean, Victor Cruz was our #1 wide receiver on our Super Bowl team, and he went undrafted.
Correct, from UMass.
Yeah, so
I tell you,
I'm not going to say it's impossible. Like you said, he's got all the physical skills you could need. He's 6'2", could jump. You know, I think he's got like a 40-inch vertical leap. The only reason he fell to where he did was because he played at Auburn.
Yep.
They had a horrible quarterback. They didn't have a good offensive system, so he didn't get to use his.
And he's a raw route runner. He's got to get a little better at his routes. But he runs a sub 4. He runs a sub 4.40. So he's also very fast. And obviously he's got great hands. Like I said, you can see you can see the chemistry with he and Daniel Jones. They really have that back shoulder throw timed very well between those two guys, and that is impossible to defend in the end. You cannot defend a back shoulder throw if it's done correctly. Yeah. No matter how good of coverage you have. Because as soon as that receiver turns around, that's on his back shoulder, it's over. You can't do nothing. You can't defend that. So I like that they got that going. You've seen Slayton have a couple big games in a row, so hopefully he can continue to do that.
Mike Green asks, what wide receiver would you go after next season? First round, I have been saying, I know a lot of people like CeeDee Lamb, a lot of people like Jerry Jeudy. I think there's more pressing needs. I would rather get the edge rusher or the offensive tackle in the first round personally. I wouldn't go crazy if they draft Jerry Jeudy. But if they don't go in the draft, it's really slim pickings in free agency. We've been over this.
I think Funchess was the best one.
Funchess was the best guy based on age and upside. A.J. Green's 32 years old. And
has been injury prone the last couple of years.
Yeah, so Funchess isn't a bad wide receiver. He was supposed to have a lot of talent there in Carolina. I don't know how. Didn't he sign with the Colts on a 1-year deal?
Funchess?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know where he ended up going.
I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. But that was the guy that I saw, and I said, maybe. But there's nobody on the free agency market at the wide receiver position, in my opinion, that's a game breaker.
Right. Appreciate that, Demons Row. He says, this become my favorite show. These two guys I watch separately and together. Well, we really appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Love the channel.
West Coast says, grade Gettleman thus far. I would give Gettleman... I mean, I'd probably give him about a B-. I feel like his draft picks have been really good. I feel like his free agents have been a lot left to be desired. His free agents have not worked. His free agency moves and his trade moves haven't seemed to work a lot. We'll see what happens with this Leonard Williams deal. But I think he's drafted very well. I think he's done a really good job.
I don't think anybody could argue that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so
B- would have
been about a B-.
That would have been the exact grade I gave him. And to be fair, with the free agency, I think you have to grade him on a curve because he hasn't had much money to spend. His one big signing has been a complete failure. That's Nate Solder. But we always
trade for Al Ogletree obviously didn't work.
Jonathan Stewart.
Jonathan Stewart. That was a bad one.
Bethea
really hasn't panned out.
Bethea sucks.
Bethea's terrible.
Marcus Golden's good,
but he doesn't cost anything either.
Yeah, he's kind of a flyer.
He's kind of a villain, Yeah,
Golden was good. That was a good pickup.
Very good pickup. And honestly, Golden Tate has been good since he's come back.
Zeitler, good trade.
Zeitler was a great trade. The Odell Beckham trade was a great trade. So, maybe
Bad Dog's talking himself into a B.
I was thinking about it, but I'm not. I'm still honest. We'll see what he does. I'll tell you what, West Coast. This is the make or break for Gettleman. All that money, 11 draft picks. Well, now 10 because we got rid of one. We'll see what he does. This is a year. Got 10 draft picks, got $100 million to spend. They got to turn it around. You guys turn it around really quick. You're the best team in the NFC, and you were not good last year. That's why you picked second overall. So, I mean, of course, Jimmy G was hurt. That did not help. But you see how quick you can turn around and get a good defense. You start getting some push up the middle. You don't turn the ball over. And you guys play in a very tough division, so it's not like your division's a cakewalk like the Patriots have, although the Bills are decent. But, you got the Rams over there, you got the Seahawks, and the Cardinals are much improved. So they have a very tough division, and they're kicking the living hell out of everything. They beat the piss out of the Panthers.
Right. Oh, man, Rudy T, man, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, one thing you both disagree with about our future. What do you mean? Do we disagree with personally or disagree with the direction of the team? In terms of disagree with personally about our future, it's a good question, Rudy. I mean, we both are Gettleman guys. I mean, I might be a little harsher sometimes on Gettleman, and Bad Dog is too, though. He has his moments. We both agree with Gettleman's mindset on how to build a football team. That I can say for sure.
Right.
In terms of the future.
See, the only thing I can think that we disagreed on was Chris wanted to wait. It's not about the future, but he wanted to wait for Daniel Jones to play.
Yes.
And I wanted him in immediately.
Yeah.
That was the one thing I knew we disagreed on was when Daniel Jones should start. usually we don't disagree on a lot. Usually we pretty much see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. So
yeah, I always wanted to see Daniel Jones this year. I just wanted to come in when I thought it was the right time. I thought they rushed a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm all for it now. He's playing well, and I want to see him continue to play well.
Maybe like me, I could definitely go for Pat Shermer being fired at the end of the year. I don't know if you want him to go through 2020. I mean, I would understand. I know we're not going to fire him, but I'd be fine with it. So
I'm kind of both. I'm okay either way. Like, I'm not going to cry if they fire Pat Shermer at the end of the year. Let's put it that way.
I'm not going to cry if they keep him.
And I'm not going to cry if they keep him.
I'm not going to cry if they keep him until the first game where he really screws up, game 1, and he goes for it. Then I'll start screaming again about it. But
yeah. But
we have 445 people in here.
Incredible. This stream just blew up. You guys are incredible.
Where are the thumbs ups, guys?
Yeah, thank you guys for being here. We really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Ring the bell. You get a notification every time I go live. More importantly, next Wednesday. We do the show on each other's channels every week. Yes, so if you like the show, go into the description, subscribe to Bad Dog Sports, and we'll be doing this. We got more people in here than for our streams. This is crazy.
What streams?
Not giant stream, but pretty close. I mean, this is crazy for
it is. It's
on a Wednesday night.
It's a 1-year anniversary. People want to celebrate.
It's a 1-year anniversary. Yeah, so we should have the champagne tonight.
I'm hoping we can stream because, like Chris said, we'll be there for the Jets-Giants game. Myself, my man DWG, and my man the Don, we're going down Saturday night before. Plan on meeting up with entertaining, hopefully Kid Blue, right?
Yeah, Kid Blue's gonna be there.
So hopefully, we can do some kind of live thing down there. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll do
or whatever, but
we'll do something. Definitely pregame, postgame. We'll do something. And good citizen, thank you so much, man, for the $5 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, sorry about the politics. Just wanted to let you know I've been on the campaign trail and just wanted to let you know I missed your channel. Good citizen. Don't have to apologize at all. I'm just saying I don't know much about politics. And, I'm not going to, it's a sports channel, but I know you're a good subscriber of mine. I see you in my streams a lot. And I guess you're helping campaign for Andrew Yang. So, more power to you. Keep doing what you're doing out there. And you're a good citizen. So thank you. Thank you very much for the super chat. Do appreciate it.
Esco says, would you cry if they fire Gettleman? Absolutely not. No way.
I'm not going to cry I won't cry if they fire. Listen, hello from Kansas.
We got rid of Saquon Barkley. That's probably when I would. Then I might get mad at Gettleman.
Yeah. I'm not gonna cry if they fire Gettleman. I like Gettleman. I like him as he's got balls. That's what I like about the guy.
Big balls.
And here's what I'm gonna say about Gettleman. How smart, and thank you, Last Jedi, for that. How smart is he going to look, Dave Gettleman, if Daniel Jones works out? Because not only was the Daniel Jones the right pick, Saquon Barkley was the right pick. Because let's say Sam Darnold continues to do what he's doing. And I'm not hoping for that. I hope he works out for Jet fans. But let's say Sam Darnold continues to do what he's doing.
You mean stink?
Stink. Josh Allen continues to do what he's doing. And Josh Rosen continues to do what he's doing. Because Lamar Jackson was never in the equation. So he's irrelevant. He was never going where the Giants picked. Let's say those guys continue to struggle and Daniel Jones works out. Dave Gettleman can live off that for at least 6 years. I mean, he got for having the balls for making both those picks.
Don't forget Dwayne Haskins. You throw him in that mix because all the talk was about Dwayne Haskins. And as I said this in the quarterback video that I did, I usually don't do this with players. I usually do not force myself to like guys. I was never a Haskins guy.
Right.
Never.
Right.
I never liked him. I said he benefited Ohio State. Don't like him. Don't think he'll translate to the NFL. Don't like him under pressure. I wasn't a fan. But as it looked like more and more we were going to get him, I almost succumbed to the fact we're going to get him, and I started to force myself to like him. So on draft night, I'm like, well, we're going to get Dwayne Haskins if we don't get Josh Allen. I'm fine with that. Although I really wasn't. I really wanted Josh Allen. So when we got Daniel Jones, obviously I had the meltdown of all meltdowns. But
So did I.
A couple days later when I'm looking at the film, I'm like, well, shit, this kid's actually not bad. And obviously I got on board real quick, and I started making all those videos. And I'll never forget, I made that video. Hey, Daniel Jones can be better than Dwayne Haskins. And, oh, God, you suck. You don't know anything. You're kidding me, man. You're a lunatic. You're this. You don't know anything about football. Blah, 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 blah. I had to hear that from everybody. And look at how it's going now. Now, granted, they haven't played a lot. Dwayne Haskins has an 18% interception rate. He looks awful.
He's lost. He's lost right now. And I think we both knew.
Ready.
I think we both knew going in he was gonna be lost. He wasn't ready. That's why I thought he was a good fit for the Giants, because we had Eli, and I said he could sit under Eli for the whole year and learn. He's not ready. The Redskins put him in there before. He's not ready yet.
Yeah. Am I afraid of being sued by Chris Russo? Number one, Joseph, there are millions of Mad Dogs around, but I am not Mad Dog. I am Bad Dog. So, no, I am nothing like Christopher Russo. Although I listened to Mike and the Mad Dog growing up for many years, I definitely have their personalities. There's no doubt. I rant like Chris Russo, and I have the stubbornness of Mike Francesa. But I am Bad Dog, not Mad Dog.
He's bad. I'm laughing at Rudy T's super chat. Rudy T with the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. Barkley's yards or Garrett's claps. Which hits 200? Can we say both? Well, Garrett, if you're betting that, Garrett already hit 200. We know Garrett's clapping 200 times during the game. So I got.
It don't matter what happens. Do it. You fumble again, Dak. All right, go get him next time.
Yeah, but Barkley's hopefully gets 200. But Garrett, I know, so I got to say Garrett. Garrett's gonna have 200 before the game starts. He's gonna go out there. So I got to go Garrett. Who do you think the Giants should sign in the offseason? It's a little early, but Conklin's a guy we both like, offensive tackle.
Yes.
Schobert, the middle linebacker from Cleveland's a guy I'm looking at right now. A lot of guys have said Shaquille Barrett. I'm not completely sold on him. We'll see. I haven't done all my research yet, but those are a couple names off the top of my head at positions of need that I think the Giants should at least look at.
We can't do anything with Solder, but
Move him to right. Move him to right tackle. Move him to right tackle.
No, but what's that kid's name from Georgia again? Why the hell can't
Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas.
Andrew Thomas. It's such a generic name. So what if they? I mean, again, Solder. I don't know what you do with him, but what if you brought in Conklin and drafted Andrew Thomas? I mean, then your line should be stacked, and you got young guys there, not this overpaid piece of garbage.
Right.
Maybe he says to be a back, but you're paying $20 million a back. I mean, they probably won't do that because what do you do with Solder? But
yeah, I think they only bring in one this year.
Can you imagine that offensive line with Zeiler and Jalapeno? Well, we could still replace Jalapeno
Hernandez
eventually.
Yeah.
But Hernandez and then Conklin and Thomas would be pretty solid.
Pretty formidable. I mean, we saw
I think Gettleman's going offensive line. I really do. I think he's going to go offensive line.
Definitely
because Remmers ain't going to be here.
Yeah. Definitely in free agency, I think he attacks offensive line with a lot of that money.
We got to get Conklin. I wanted to draft him the night we got Eli Apple.
Yeah.
I also wanted to draft Leonard Floyd. Those are the two guys I wanted.
Darrell Williams is the other guy that we could go after. That was the guy we were rumored to this year. He signed that one-year deal with Carolina. So that's another tackle the Giants could look out for. I don't know how he's playing this year. I don't follow Carolina football, but that's the other tackle that's on the potentially on the open market.
People think that the Daniel Jones rage reaction that I had when I drafted him was bad. I'm telling you that the Eli Apple one, that was worse.
Wow,
that was worse.
That's pretty.
That just wasn't recorded. But I have an Eli Apple rant video on my other channel, and that's the next day, and you can see how mad I am then. Every other word's an F-bomb about that. I hated Eli Apple.
Yeah, Eli
and
Apple.
I even say in the middle of screaming, this is calm compared to how I was last time. I was so mad.
That was a bad pick.
I remember when the Bears traded up and got Leonard Floyd, just mother. It was because I knew that was the guy I wanted.
I wanted Leonard Floyd too on draft night. I remember that. Oh, man, thank you so much, man. Alpha Omega X with the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. Fire Sherman for Coach Harbaugh. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, Alpha Omega, if you've been listening to every time we stream, I don't know if you just popped in or not, but I do see you comment on some of my videos. But every time we stream, that's my choice. If we are getting a coach, that would be my first choice, is Harbaugh.
Yeah, Joseph, you ain't got to apologize. People call me Mad Dog all the time, but it's, it is what it is. But even if I was Mad Dog, I wouldn't worry about Christopher Russo coming after me for that.
Yeah, that would be my choice, but I don't think they're going to fire him. I think he's back here next year, in my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. And I saw somebody keeps asking 65 whatever million in free agency thoughts. My thoughts are, I think we're going to have more than that. I think that's what we have right now today. Then you're going to cut Kareem Martin. That is for sure. He's gone.
That's $5 million.
That's $5 million. So you're at 70.
Ogletree.
Ogletree's another 12 if you
7.
cut him. So you're already at like 80, 82, and that's if you keep Jenkins. And that's, well, okay, we'll say 82, but let's say 16, 17 of that goes to Leo Williams. That brings you back to 65. So we're probably at that 65 range with factoring in that we have Leonard Williams, but we have Leonard Williams. He's one of our free agent acquisitions.
Right.
Yeah. And I'll say this. I think that's the age range we should be attacking. He's 25, going to be 26. I don't want 30-year-old free agents.
No.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you bring in these veteran guys to help the young guys out. I think that's part of it. Golden Tate can still play at a high level, though. I mean, you're seeing that.
Yeah.
I've had a couple guys tell me Golden Tate's been terrible for us. I'm like, I don't know why. He hasn't been terrible.
No.
Golden Tate's been pretty good.
He's made a number of catches in traffic on
But
third
they
down.
sucks. Ogletree sucks. Golden's been great. I mean, you bring in veterans to help these young guys out.
Yeah.
So maybe
that's why
do
Bethea was
something.
brought in. At the end of the day, that's why we brought in Bethea. For a locker room presence and leadership role.
This game's over. Washington just got a 2-run single top of the night, and the ball's booted. 2 runs are going to score. First and third, 1 out, 6-2 Nationals.
There you go. Nationals are going to win the World Series. And
geez, I don't see all that cockiness by the Astros. What happened to Correa doing backflips and Bregman carrying his bat to first base and all the screaming and yelling? And I don't even see the Nationals doing that right now. They're about to win a World Series.
I don't know.
And shove it up their Astro.
Demons Row, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, man. Thank you very much. You can forget about it. If you guys haven't done so, please go into the link in the description, subscribe to Bad Dog Sports, and join the channel here. We do this every Wednesday. I do Q&As. I'm starting that at least once a week. People seem to love them, so I may be doing them twice a week if it grows. But this week I did it just because of the trade deadline. But I'm going to be doing that at least once a week going forward. So, yeah. I'll be doing that as well. Do a bunch of live streams. We live stream together. The Giants games, it'll be on Bad Dog's channel this week. I guess the Sunday night game will be on my channel. We'll do it that way. So, yeah. So the Patriot game will be here Sunday, and then the Giant game Monday night over there. So we work together all the time. So thank you guys. Giants' best option for finding a wide receiver 1, I would say draft. Yeah, because there's none in free agency. I'm not counting A.J. Green. He's a grandpa.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of them. There's Jerry Jeudy. That's the number 1 receiver. Henry Ruggs, number 1 receiver. CeeDee Lamb, who's my guy, number 1 receiver. T. Higgins is another one. I think those 4 are your wide receiver number 1s coming out of the draft.
And it's a very deep draft. It goes past those guys from what I've read.
Yeah.
It's a big-time wide receiver draft. And Yusuf says, do you prefer live streams or making videos? Can I say both? Because I love making videos. And I think you guys know I make a ton of them. I really do love to make videos because I think doing a stream and doing a video are 2 completely different animals. Because when you do a video, you're throwing your opinion out there and you're not getting to defend yourself. You're just putting your opinion out there. And you got to know what you're talking about. Because if you don't, you are going to get killed in the comment section. So I do think doing videos, in a way, you kind of show more knowledge than live streams, if that makes sense, Bad Dog. But I love doing live streams, too. The energy, getting to hang out with the people from the chat, getting to hang out with Bad Dog. And I love doing play-by-play. So for me, it's both. I love doing both.
Yeah,
what
it's
about
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Video, because I'm so busy just with everything I have to do. To mention this in the Lakers stream last night, that most of my free time outside of going to the gym is YouTube. I mean, I recorded because my computer does not upload correctly anymore. I don't know what the hell's going on with my computer uploading, which is why you'll see sometimes I come home from lunch and I just have to do a quick video. I do it on my phone, and that's my lunch break. I come home, I do a video, I upload it, do a thumbnail, bang, I got to go back to work. So I don't eat. The one night I stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning recording those videos, editing them, waiting for one to upload so I could put the next one on. I had to schedule 3 of them. So I take a lot of my free time to the videos. I love doing the videos. I love that I have a green screen to use them. I like being able to change my backgrounds. I like being able to do a lot of things I didn't do before. And I like when I have an idea to just get it out there and see what you guys think. I don't care if people agree with me or disagree with me. I like to be able to get your opinion on stuff, whether it's Fire Pat Shermer or where I agree with Dave Gettleman. Of course people aren't going to agree with you all the time.
No. Sometimes it's
live
good.
streams. Same thing. Live streams, I love being able to interact with you guys. That's the best thing about a live stream is being able to interact with your viewers live time. And much like Chris, I love calling games. I love calling baseball. Is probably my favorite thing to call because I believe that's my best thing. And I love baseball. It's a slower paced sport, so I can definitely interact with you guys all the time. I love calling football too, especially the Giants. I'm not professional when I call the Giants. I wear my heart on my sleeve when I'm watching my team. I scream a lot. I swear a lot. But I enjoy calling football. And then basketball is very tough to do, but I feel like I've gotten much better at it. And last night I had a blast doing that game. It's hard to interact with your chat when you're doing basketball because it's constant
flow. Yeah.
But, I do. I like Chris. I like doing them both for different reasons. But it's a lot of fun, and that's why I take a lot of my time, my free time, and when I should be sleeping because my wife and kid are sleeping, and I do a lot of my streams late at night. Don't get any sleep because I like live stream. I like hanging out with you guys. It's a lot of fun.
Yep, I'm the same way. I mean, I love hanging out with my subscribers. Let's see what we got here. Another early night. Oh, Lamel Sinclair, man. One of my best subs, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always supporting my channel.
Absolutely.
Is it worth buying nosebleed seats at MetLife? Yeah, sure. Why not? You can hang out with me and Bad Dog. We're going to be at the game. You can meet us in the...
I think it was Monday night. I think he was talking about the Monday night game.
Monday night. Why not? It's Giants-Cowboys. If you get a good deal, why not? Do you think Shepard is fit for a wide receiver one role? No, because of his injuries. And unfortunately, the guy... And it's not just with the concussions. The guy's always hurt, even before this. No, I don't. I honestly don't think he's ever going to be a wide receiver. I hope he is, but I don't think he will be.
I thought he was going to be. I was so happy when we got him. He was so good at Oklahoma. It just hasn't really translated to the NFL. He's shown flashes of being really good, but he's not consistent. And he drops a lot. He never did that at Oklahoma. He never dropped passes. He drops a lot of passes for whatever reason. Joseph, where'd the name Bad Dog come from? I've said this one a lot in the nonsense streams. When I was young, probably 19 years old. I'm any typical 19-year-old guy going out there looking for any chick I can find. Don't really matter. And I would always be, I take her home. Yep, I take that. I hit that. I do that. And my friends would be like, you bad dog. You bad. Stuck. There you go. So I became Bad Dog.
It's a simple story, but it's just the truth.
Yeah, it really is.
The truth. Same story I say why I started YouTube. It's a very simple story. But how many likes you got, Bad Dog? Because you're the man.
182.
182. How many people still in here?
467.
460. What? That's like a 300 differential there, Bad Dog. 280 or whatever it is.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Spike the like.
What the hell is going on out there?
Thank you guys for being here.
You take the mouse. You hit the thumbs up.
John Madden destroying the stream.
The number goes up. It goes up. You hit the thumbs up. The thumbs up number goes up. Hit the thumbs down. Don't hit the thumbs down. Hit the thumbs up. And you watch the number climb. Yeah. John Madden.
Hey, Rickson with a $5 Uber chat. Bends the knees. He says, I need Marcus Golden back next year with the first pick. Get the best left tackle or inside linebacker on the draft to pair with Conley. Get the best pass rusher with the second pick. I would be completely... If you're telling me I get a left tackle and a pass rusher round 1 and 2, sign me up, Rickson. I'm with you on that.
Let me ask you this. We're picking 6th. Do you trade up to get Chase Young?
What's the price?
You have to give up next year's first, and you have to obviously you swap picks. So you're giving up number 6, you're giving up the 2021 first and a 2021 second.
Oh, no.
Too much?
No, because I don't know how good I'm going to be in 2020. Because what if we're another bad team and it's a top 7, 8 pick again? And Chase Young's great. Would you do it? You're talking about giving up.
That's a lot, but that's probably what you'd have to give up.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Jets had to give up 3 seconds to move from 6 to 3.
I would give up 3 seconds for him.
I would too.
Yeah. I give up 3 seconds.
I think I would too. He's that special. I think I would too.
Yeah, they give up 3 seconds for Sam Mono Ghost.
The other thing I worry about, well, not worry, because I think Chase Young, and I got the comment again, guys. I think Chase Young is a once in a generational talent. But he does play in a 4-3 system. Do you worry about that even a little bit?
Maybe the Giants changed to 4-3.
Yeah, he's a player worth changing your system for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can play BJ. Then you can play Leonard Williams, and you can play BJ Hill, your tackles, and then you have another defensive end. Who the hell going to be a defensive end?
You got Dexter Lawrence. You got Dexter Lawrence too.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Dexter Lawrence and BJ. Did I not say him? Oh, well, you'd have more depth.
Yeah.
You have a lot of depth in at that point. Maybe you sit B.J. Hill and you have Dexter Lawrence and you have Leo up front. B.J. Hill and Dalvin Tomlinson are your backups. You have O'Shane Zemeni's on the other edge rusher. Listen, I watch Ohio State every week because they make me money, and they're the best team in the country by a mile. It's not close. That kid is ridiculous, man. He is ridiculous. He's got like 11 and a half, I might be 9.5 sacks and like 5 or 6 forced fumbles.
Right.
And he totally did. They were trying to block him with a tight end against Wisconsin, and he just destroyed them.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sitting there going, and again, I don't compare people to LT ever, but as the equivalent of blocking Lawrence Taylor with a tight end, what the hell are you doing? You know how good he is?
Right.
What the hell? Well, our tight end can block. What are you, stupid? Every time he is single covered, he is getting a sack, knocking the ball. He's ridiculous. He's fast. He's strong. He's athletic. He's got that, the Giants love those guys.
Yeah.
You're 6'2", 265, wicked quick off the edge. Your O.C. Umenyora's, your Jason
Justin
Ball.
Tucks. Yeah.
Fits us perfectly.
Yeah, I would love it. I would love Chase Young. And for that price, 3 seconds, I do it in a second. Now, if we're talking about giving up an additional first, I think long and hard because I don't know. I mean, I hope our team's going to be good next year, but we don't know that. So you could be giving up a top 5 pick. You're gambling.
It is hard to mortgage your future. That's difficult to do.
Yeah. So,
but we did give up a 2005 first round pick for Eli Manning.
That worked out.
So
that was a quarterback, so you're more willing to trade.
It's different,
up.
but
Yeah.
Chase Young could be as disruptive on defense. There's very few guys, and it'd be funny. This guy's complete bust and will look like a damn idiot, but whatever. I don't give a shit. I've looked like an idiot before. It won't be the first, won't be the last either. But he's the one guy I've seen in a long time that I think is a complete game changer on defense. You don't see those guys very often that can completely take over a game defensively. Lawrence Taylor is the one guy I've never seen anybody like. That's why I say he's the best defensive player ever, because I've never seen a guy that can just completely change a game from that side of the ball.
Oh, he won games by himself.
Right.
But the one guy that he kind of reminds me of in terms of the hype coming. Well, first off, Bosa had a lot of hype. The older brother, but even more so Clowney. But the thing with Clowney, it was more, to me, based off of athletic ability more so than results. With Chase Young, you're getting both. This guy has shown you, because Clowney didn't really kill it in college. He had that ridiculous hit.
One play.
Yeah, but this guy's got the results too, and he's dominated at the collegiate level. He's going to be very special. He's a can't miss pass rusher. And we said the same thing about Josh Allen, and look how he's doing. 7 sacks already.
You want me to call a final out, Chad? Yeah. I can do that for you.
What's going on, Trey Turner? Thank you for being here.
We're Trey Turner, so this is good for you. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning here in Houston. She's very happy. Washington 6, Astros 2, 2 outs, nobody on. Nationals 1 out away from the World Series victory. The pitch, it's inside. It's 2-1. This might take a long time. It's hard to do it last out.
We'll go back
and
forth.
I'll wait for them to make the out, and then I'll do it.
We'll go back and forth with the questions. Josh Vittori with the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. You think Bryce is pissed he left the Nats? Josh, man, I'm a huge Mets fan. I cannot stand Bryce Harper. And I am so happy. I'm not happy the Nats are winning, but it is kind of bittersweet that they are winning and they're doing it without Bryce Harper, because I cannot stand Bryce Harper. So I'm happy about that.
Just foul. Almost hit a home run.
Love when multi-streamers include the links for all. Now subscribe to Bad. All right, Bad.
Thank you, Presley. I appreciate that.
Yeah. We work together all the time.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so, if anybody new here, obviously there's got to be new people. We've got like 500 people here, so subscribe to this channel too. Join the channel. Ring the bell. And do the same thing for Bad Dog. Thank you guys for all your love and support.
Thank you very much. Yeah, a 1-year anniversary show blowing up.
And Gavin says Eli Manning's future before Bad Dog calls that pitch. I think he's going to retire. He's not. This is his last year as a Giant, I think.
Yeah, I agree. If this holds up, I don't know if there's ever been a 7-game World Series that the road teams won every single game.
That's crazy. I didn't know. I didn't even
every single game road teams won if Washington wins.
That's crazy.
The last time the first 5 were like that was 96 with the Yankees and Braves, but I don't think this has ever happened.
Is there any way Bill Belichick could come to the Giants? I don't think so. You never know. I won't rule it out. There was a rumor a couple of years ago that he could, when there was kind of trouble in paradise there with Tom Brady. And now you're hearing rumors again with that, right? We heard the San Francisco rumors or whatever. No, the L.A. Chargers.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere else.
I don't see it, though. I just don't. I mean, that would be a fairy tale ending to his career.
It would be, but he wouldn't be the one he wants because he wouldn't win out there. He'd be missing Belichick. I love Brady, you know that, but Belichick's.
Oh no, I mean Belichick coming to New York would be a fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, strike three, and the Nationals win the 2019 World Series. Bryce Harper, how you feeling, buddy?
There you go, Nationals fans. How many there may be in the chat? There might be a couple because we got Redskins subscribers. I'm a Met fan. I'm not happy about it. You guys suck. But congratulations on your World Series victory. And I'm happy Bryce Harper did not get it.
As a Yankee fan, obviously, we should have been there. Left too many men on base. You know, not to go to baseball. I'm watching this game, and I'm sitting there going, the Astros are leaving way too many men on base. They left 2 men on the first 5 innings. They left 2 men on in each freaking inning. This is going to come back to get him. It's what the Yankees did in that series, and it did come back to him. Hey, Carlos, how you feeling, buddy? Where's all that energy now? All your shit talking and everything else. Oh, where's all the celebratory crap now? How do you like it? Not you, Altuve. I like you.
He's a baseball fan.
These punk asses on the Astros, they were ticking me off in the Yankee series.
He's a baseball fan, guys. He's a baseball fan. And the Astros have.
I like Altuve. Chad. Altuve's a gamer. You gotta love Altuve. He don't do that crap.
Astros got a 3-2 lead coming home and they blow it. Unbelievable stuff.
With Verlander, Greinke started. Greinke pitched great.
Unbelievable
Just ran out of gas in the 7th. I can't believe they didn't go to Garrett Cole.
Unbelievable
Mismanaged.
But once again, thank you to everybody for being here. I really do appreciate it. And go ahead. We'll go for another. We started a little late. Look, you want to go for 20 more minutes, Bad? Do I go for 20 more? Yeah. We got a crowd in here, right?
We can do it.
Go ahead and ask your questions, guys. Would you trade Saquon for Chase Young? It's a trade that would never happen.
Not straight up, no.
Yeah, and it's not gonna. We're not Saquon Barkley. I love when we get these questions about Saquon Barkley being traded because I guess it's fun to ask. The Giants are never trading Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I never say never with Gettleman, but it's unlikely.
Very unlikely. Odell Beckham, the reason he was traded had to do with his leadership. Saquon Barkley is as good of a leader as you'll ever get. And Chip Kelly, man, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, do you think 2 inches is enough for everything? Oh, Chip Kelly, you horny toad. He always asks me these crazy questions. I don't think 2 inches would satisfy her, no.
No, I can't imagine it would.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Yeah, she's probably looking for a little more than that. She is a big fan of the Bad Diggity Dizzle, though. That I do know.
Hypothetical. Yeah, I get it. It's a hypothetical question. We didn't draft him to trade. Well, same thing with Odell Beckham. We didn't draft him to trade him, right?
Trade Nate Solder for Chase Young. I win.
Oh, man, thank you so much, V-Man Entertainment, with the $5 super chat. Bends the knees. He says, tickets 1K, food and drink 40, watching the Astros get humiliated. Priceless. There you go.
The Astros are a little too damn cocky. They were doing that crap against the Yankees. We deserve to lose that series, but so that's not why I was over it, but I wanted the Nationals to win. I think it's funny that Bryce Harper, and I like Bryce Harper, but I think it's funny that he's not there. And the Phillies didn't make the playoffs, and the Nationals win the freaking World Series. They started out 19-31 this year, and they come back to win a World Series. That's just absolutely crazy.
That is insane. And I'll tell you, going into the season, Nationals probably, most people had them 4th in the East. Obviously, everyone was over the Phillies, the Braves, and the Mets. The Mets had a big offseason. They were the 4th favorite in the division, and they win the World Series. That is crazy.
Yeah.
But congratulations to the Nationals fans out there. And thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate it. But I talked to Bad Dog before we went live. I swear to God, I said it's gonna suck tonight because of the World Series. I said we're going on late. It's a different day. We usually do Tuesdays. We're going on Wednesday. It's 10:30 and Game 7 of the World Series. I told Bad Dog we're not gonna have a huge crowd tonight, and it's the biggest crowd we ever had.
And what did I say? They'll find us.
They'll find us.
They'll find us. Don't worry about it.
They'll find us. They'll find us. You guys are great.
Got 500 people in here.
500 human beings are in this chat.
That's amazing.
So if you are a new human to the channel, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, go into the description and subscribe to Bad Dog Sports. I know, Javon, you're awesome, man. I know you'll never let me down, man.
I'm just wondering how all you guys found it tonight.
Maybe somebody shared it. Maybe Good Citizen shared it. Maybe it was a good citizen.
Maybe he did. This is by far.
Yeah.
Not including draft night. But This is by far our biggest one.
This show, the biggest one
huge
we've ever had. Maybe that's
and it's our 1-year anniversary, so it's perfect.
It's perfect. It's perfect. And
I say it all the time. What you guys got to do, seriously, go back and look. I was looking at it. I've been looking at our old ones, just looking at the product, just looking at the lower totals, looking at the backgrounds when we had no background.
Right.
Where I was set up with my bar, standing up over there. You with nothing on your wall behind you.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at this. Now I'm surrounded by 80,000 Giant fans. Look at this. How you doing, Phil?
Oh.
Hey, Phil. How you doing?
Yeah. How you like that the Astros lost, right? Yeah.
I'll take a Bud Light. But $12. Oh, keep it.
$12 your buy. I don't even want to ask you for what the hell I want. I ain't drinking no damn Bud Light. I wouldn't give you 12 cents for that can of piss.
Let's see what we got here. If you guys start making out, I'm going. Oh no, we're not gonna make out, J-Buff. We won't make out. I promise you.
Not happening. I'm a married man.
Yeah, he's a married man. Yeah, otherwise, maybe you never know. But that's our sense of humor. But stand up. What's up, Dire Giants fan? Thank you for popping into the stream, man. Another phenomenal subscriber. Cannot wait to meet him at the Giants game.
That's gonna be awesome.
In a couple weeks. Do you think there's any way the Giants could make the playoffs? I mean, I would say like 2%, maybe 5%.
Yeah, we got to win every game.
Yeah, maybe 8-8 if everything broke right, but it's not very realistic.
Raymond says, would you rather a star left tackle or a star cornerback? Left tackle all day, every day. That is the biggest, besides quarterback. In my opinion, that's your biggest position on offense because he's protecting the quarterback's blind side. Left tackle is everything on your line. It is the most important position by far. And, you want a good left tackle to protect your quarterback. I mean, we've had terrible left tackles here since we drafted Eric Flowers.
Yeah. We said it before the year started. We got asked that question. They said outside of the quarterback position, who is the most important – outside of Saquon Barkley, I think it was. Who is the most important player on this football team? And I said Nate Solder.
Yep.
And he sucks, but a left tackle, especially when you have a rookie quarterback, is vital. And, left tackle is such an important position.
Yep. So I'd much rather have the left tackle than the cornerback.
Yeah. And what's going on, Travis Conklin? Thanks for popping into the stream. And the Jets are experiencing the problem now. Their offensive line sucks. They've got their Lamborghini. They got no car insurance. I
tried to tell Jets fans you did not improve. Right. I tried to tell them. I said Le'Veon Bell will not do well there. I said that all offseason. He can't be patient like he was in Pittsburgh. Your offensive line is not the same. James Conner went in there, and they didn't miss a beat running the ball. And James Conner out of the back. They did not miss a beat. They did not miss Le'Veon Bell offensively at all in Pittsburgh. He comes to the Jets. He's averaging 3.2 yards a carry. They don't protect Sam Darnold at all. The offensive line sucks. This is why I say Sam Darnold will not be good. Didn't like him anyway. But the fact that he's got Todd Bowles ruined him. Now he's got Adam Gase. These are not coaches. You want coaching your young quarterback. And if you can't protect Darnold and he's got nobody to throw to, he's going to fail. This is why I don't think he'll do good. This is why I didn't think he'd do good, because he's just in a bad situation, just like Dwayne Haskins. Bad situation. Kyler Murray, that situation will get better. Kyler Murray is good enough to make them better, which he has. Baker Mayfield, I don't know, because he's got a good situation. Their offensive line is shaky, though, too. Yeah. Just goes to show you, without a good offensive line, you stink.
Nobody's going to do good.
Lamar Jackson's got a good team. Everyone's like, oh, when I did that video, like, oh, you're an idiot. You don't like Lamar Jackson. Blah, 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 blah. Well, Lamar Jackson's throwing 4 touchdowns and 5 picks since the first 2 games of the season when he played really bad defenses. And they're a good team. Lamar Jackson is the only first-round pick in the last 2-year drafts that's on a good team. Look at the rest of them. They all suck. Rosen's on Miami. Murray's on Arizona. They're getting better.
Jets.
Baker's on Cleveland. Yeah. They stink. Darnold's on the Jets. Jones is on the Giants. These teams are terrible.
Well, that's why sometimes, because Dak Prescott, for example, Russell Wilson's another one. They got drafted late, but they got put in great situations because of it.
Right.
They got put on good teams because they weren't thought to be the guys that were going to step in and be the starters from day one. And sometimes
Minshew's another one. Minshew's another one.
And sometimes because of the situation you're put in, you're more successful. And Thank you so much. And then we got time for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. Big shocker in Giants versus Cowboys. End final score. Is there going to be a big shocker and final score? I'm going to save my final score for tomorrow for my preview. All I'll say is this. We got time. I think that there's a good possibility that there is a shocker. And I'm on the fence of picking the Giants. I really think they have a strong chance to win that game. People might call me crazy. I think we have a legitimate shot to win this game on Sunday. And if they're going to win, I'll say low 20s. I'll say 23-20 type game.
I kind of did it already. I mean, I wouldn't say it as a preview, but I did say is it a classic trap game because I do think it could be a trap game. This is a completely different team. There's a lot of players here Dallas did not face the first time. It is in MetLife Stadium, and this is going to be our Super Bowl. We will come out and play Dallas as hard as we played anybody this year. I don't know if we're good. I don't think we'll win by at the end of the night, but I do think that we will have a shot to win at the end of the night. Yeah. I would like Daniel Jones to have it. Daniel Jones has proven to be clutch when he's had a chance, so I'd like to see him have a chance again.
And I'd love to see him beat Dallas. And Mark, thank you, man, so much for the $5 super chat. Ben's Denise says, we will beat the Cowgirls if we don't turn the ball over, and their defense is really overlooking Daniel Jones. I'm hoping Shepard returns. Great points.
I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, Shepard could return. I'm waiting until tomorrow to do that video, but I did read today that he's close to returning. So if it is official, I'll make that video and kind of elaborate that it's the first time all year Daniel Jones will have a full arsenal. Because when Barkley was out, Tate was out, now everybody would be together with Shepard back. So that would be an exciting thing to see out on the football field. And yeah, if we don't turn the football over, we stand a very good chance to win the football game. Bad Dog, I think you'd agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's why I said I'm probably not doing preview videos anymore because I say the same thing every week. And it is the same format. I don't care how much you throw the ball around. I don't care how much the rules are set up for receivers. At the end of the day, you run, you stop the run, and you don't turn the ball over. Win the turnover battle, win the battle up front. You win the game. It's that simple. It really is. It doesn't matter who the opponents are. You execute, you win. Yeah. Not all teams execute. The good teams do. The bad teams don't.
Yeah. And Frank, man, Frank, I think you're the guy that won the giveaway. I'm almost positive that you're the one that won the giveaway. If you are, I gave you my email today, and I didn't get a chance to check my emails. I was working all night. But if you haven't emailed me, please email me. I'm pretty sure that's the Frank. And $2 super chat, you can forget about it. He says, will Leonard Williams reach his full potential? I can't tell you he will. I think he could. If he does, he is going to be a Pro Bowl player. That's the type of talent this guy is. And hopefully he does with the New York Giants. I think he's going to be in a situation where he's surrounded with other very good, young, talented defensive linemen growing up. And he's going to have every opportunity to do so. I'll say that. And Rickson, man, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, if we keep Janoris Jenkins, what do we do with Sam Beal? Okay, now, I actually almost brought this up to you tonight, Bad Dog, if we keep Janoris Jenkins. Because Janoris Jenkins is getting up there in age. He has lost a step. So say we keep Janoris Jenkins. Is it possible next year you play Jenkins in the slot?
Yeah, nickel corner, you could definitely put Jenkins as a nickel corner, like they did with DRC at the end of his career. So I could definitely see that.
And you play Love at safety.
I think Jenkins would be great nickel corner, honestly.
Yeah, why not? And you could play Love at the safety spot. So I could see that, Rickson, or you could always sign a safety in free agency. Williams
you could also draft Delpit from LSU.
Love that kid. Depending on where we're drafting, but I love that kid.
Hey, if we're drafting like 10th, you might look at Grant Delpit.
Yeah. I just want to smack the Cowboys for please and please, Bad Dog. If we're not gonna make the playoffs, I've been saying it all year. Please make that game mean something week 17 for the Eagles.
Oh, that's all I'm saying. Just let them need to win to get in, and let us end their season.
That would be a Super Bowl. That would be
the best thing that happened to us this year.
Yeah. Could you imagine streaming that game? A game that means nothing in the win-loss column, but the Eagles need that game to win the division, and we have an opportunity to kick them the hell out
like
of
we
the
did
playoffs.
To the Redskins in 2016.
How sweet would that be?
Oh, that'd be the best thing that happened to us in 6 years.
Yeah.
As Giants fans.
Yeah. I would die for that. Thank you so much, Raymond, man. Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody. 520 people.
Yeah, but we only got 207 likes. What is going on?
Maybe they're watching.
You guys got to hit that thumbs up button. You got to take this mouse over here, you go over that thumbs up, and you click, 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 click. Pick that thumbs up, man.
It's free. But, maybe a lot of times people tell me they can't because of the way they're watching it. I don't know. Either way, I'm just happy you guys are here.
Me too.
Thank you guys for being phenomenal subscribers.
Huge stream.
Always supporting the channel. The Q&As have really blown up too, so maybe that has something to do with it. If it does, I'm going to keep doing them. So thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and join Bad Dog's channel. Link in the description below. We're going to be there next Wednesday doing the same thing. Recapping the Cowboys.
Of course, we'll be here Monday doing the Cowboys. We'll be on my channel doing the Cowboys-Giants game. So
there you go. And Sunday night.
You get to watch me really get mad because I will get that game. I will get mad.
Yeah.
Last week against the Lions, I think I got mad once because of the officiating. Didn't get mad at the game, even when Daniel Jones didn't. But against Dallas, all bets are off. I will be mad at that one. I hate them, and I want to beat their ass. And I can't root for us to tank. I can't do it. I can't, in good faith, sit here and go, I want to lose to Dallas. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, I hope Philly sweeps us. No.
And SA, yeah, I'm with you. And SA, have a great night, man. Great subscriber of mine. Thank you for tuning in. Michael Barnes says Ravens versus Pats. That's going to be here. So we're going to be doing that stream here. And that is the Patriots. That's going to be a great game. That is the Patriots' first real threat, in my opinion, this year, being that it's on the road. I think Baltimore could give them a scare.
And you're gonna see exactly how good Lamar Jackson is as a quarterback. I'm not talking about running the ball 8 times for 83 yards. I'm talking about as a quarterback. We'll see how he does against the best pass defense in the league.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. And
It's a big test for Baltimore too.
Yeah, and I'll probably be doing a game during the day too, since the Giants aren't playing. I'll probably do a 1:00 game or something. So you guys can hang out here at the 1:00 hour as well. Cool, looking forward to that. Yeah, Michael Barnes, definitely. No, we don't have accents, Charles Dale. No.
Nah, of course not.
No, we're from Texas.
Nah, there's no accent there.
We're from Alaska.
Bulls, coffee. Nah, no accent. Bulls. Yeah, Bawls, Cawfee, Bulls.
Yeah. Light some fire on their hands. But let's see what we got here. I think the Eagles game is going to be that way. They will need that Giants game to get to. I hope so, Randy. That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be the best.
That would be the best. That would be amazing if that was the case. Ravens 21. I could see a blowout. The way the Patriots have been playing. Bad Dog, do you think this Patriots team? Because I made a video on this. I haven't posted it yet. Do you think this Patriots team could be the greatest team in the history of football? Do you think it's possible? Because when you look at the numbers, right now they're nearly a plus 200. They're on pace to crush the all-time plus-minus record. It's plus 292 for a season. They're almost at plus 200 at the halfway point. They've only allowed an opponent in the red zone 7 times all year.
Not that I look at the fantasy football stuff because I hate that. But if I'm not mistaken, I think they mentioned that the Patriots are like 9th. Their defense is like 9th in fantasy football points overall.
Including like the running backs?
That includes quarterbacks, running backs, everything. That's how many freaking points they've scored. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
They're like the 85 Bears defense all of a sudden. Their defense is outscoring their opponent's offenses. It's crazy. It's crazy.
They're on pace to give up 122 points. The record is 165 by the Bears by the Ravens in 2000.
Yeah. I know.
They're on pace to beat it by over 40 points.
And they still got the Jets. They still got the Dolphins again.
Yeah.
Thank God they got the Cowboys and Eagles. Oh, have fun with them. Have fun with them.
Yeah.
They play Washington yet?
Yes, they did. They did. Yeah, they played Washington. Their schedule gets tougher. Their next 5 games are challenging. They play the Ravens. They play the Texans. They play the Chiefs, the Cowboys, and the Eagles. That's their next 5. In no specific order.
Eagles will find a way to watch. Eagles will be hanging on by a thread, and they'll find a way to win that damn game somehow.
Oh, please no. Please no.
They win the games they're not supposed. They should have never beat Green Bay. It's the only loss Green Bay has gotten. They should have never beat the damn Bills. And then somehow they win. Same way, running the ball down the throat.
How about the 49ers? Do you think they're for real? 7-0.
Absolutely.
You're fully on board?
Right there with the Saints is the best team in the NFC.
You put them above the Packers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Defense wins, man.
Yeah.
And I think their division's tougher.
Yeah. So
what they did to the Panthers are a pretty decent team. What they did to them, embarrassing them, whatever, that was 51-13, 51-14, whatever. That team's for real, man. That is a good team. They run the ball. They play old school football. That wins. I don't give a damn.
Oh, it definitely wins. It definitely wins. I think they're a very good team. I'm not ready to put them up there yet because I say to myself, the week before, they only scored 9 points on the Redskins. They didn't give up any. But Garoppolo's kind of been but I agree. They're definitely.
Yeah, Garoppolo's He's throwing an interception. I think every game this year. He's throwing an interception.
Yeah.
But their defense is good enough to recover. I mean, if Garoppolo stops turning the ball over, they're going to be almost impossible to beat.
Yeah.
It's a good team.
They're a very good team. They're in contention.
Saints are up there, too. I mean, I did pick the Saints to go to the Super Bowl before the year started. And they were undefeated with Teddy Bridgewater, I'm pretty sure. Maybe they lost the game. They lost the game Breeze got hurt. But Bridgewater was a starter. I think was undefeated. So They also have a really good defense and a great home field advantage. Those two teams ride a class of the NFC.
And the Packers have a great home field advantage if they get it. Lambeau Field in the playoffs, even though they're not playing the Giants. Remember that.
Still not. I mean, I picked them to win the North. I'm just not sold on their defense as much as I am those other two teams.
Oh, I agree with that.
Feel like defense wins,
yeah, I agree. They don't have a defense on the same caliber as those two teams. Happy Halloween. Oh, that's right. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. And, yeah, we got to go a little more over time because is there still 500 people in here?
536.
This is freaking crazy. What the hell is going on tonight?
Here's some horror movies. Right? I just grabbed these. Here you go.
Yeah.
Here you go. If Afghanistan's in here, I appreciate it. Here's The Unnameable. Anybody know what that is? Probably not.
Never heard of that. That's made up. Bad Dog made that movie himself.
No, it's an H.P. Lovecraft film. The Unnameable.
The Unnameable.
You got Madman, 1982. Really, really bad ripoff of Friday the 13th.
Madman. Oh, let me get Philly 500, man. Thank you so much, man, for the $5 super chat. You can't forget it. Yo, everybody, how you doing? Come on, Giants, beat the Cowboys. Bad Dog, check your text. So I guess Philly 500 sent you a text.
It's upstairs. I kind of figured it out, Philly 500. I kind of figured it out. But I got to talk to you about. I'll talk to you about that. But my phone's upstairs, so I'll give you a text tomorrow, buddy.
But anybody that's a subscriber of mine, he's a Philly fan. He's an Eagle fan, so I forgive him. But I absolutely love his channel. Go on over there and subscribe to Philly 500. Great guy, great YouTuber. Need to subscribe. And the guy 261, man, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, what would it take for the Giants GM to get fired? It's going to take Daniel Jones not being a good quarterback.
Great.
That's what it's going to take. But go ahead, Bad Dog.
I didn't realize I had these damn things. Got Crawl Space, 1986, Klaus Kinski. Where's Afghanistan? He loves this stuff.
Crawl Space?
Yep. Got Curtains. That's a Canadian horror film from 1983.
What kind of movie names are these? Curtains? What's next? Toaster?
Nah, Nightmares.
Nightmares.
Young Emilio Estevez is in one of these. It's like it's kind of like a Creep Show with different stories. Just not as good as Creep Show. Bay of Blood, 1971 Giallo from the Master Mario Bava. And if you actually watch Bay of Blood, you will see that Friday the 13th ripped everything off from Bay of Blood. Friday the 13th pretty much was heavily influenced by Bay of Blood. And then, of course, you got New Year's Evil. Why wouldn't you have this garbage-ass film in your collection?
Evil.
That is 7 of 365 horror films that I own. But there you go. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween, everybody. And West Coast says my favorite movie of all time is not a horror movie. It's a series, but I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. That's my favorite movie of all time.
It's a tie for me. It'd be the original Halloween and Goodfellas. Those are my
Goodfellas. Great. You can't go wrong with Goodfellas. But yeah, I love all those mafia movies too. Goodfellas.
Yes, Benjamin. One for each day. Yes, indeed. It really is.
Goodfellas is great. Casino's great. All those movies are great.
Oh yes, I own Psycho. Yes, I own Psycho 1, 2, and 3. Raphael.
Better be.
You can look. I have last Halloween. I did a stream with my horror movies. It's like 3.5 hours long, and you can watch. I show every one of them on there.
I was in that stream, and he showed every one of them. It was like 4 hours of him showing Toaster, Magnet, Toaster, Magnet.
Slasher it is, slasher, stabber, cutter, driller.
Driller,
Massacre.
Yeah. Wait.
Sorority House Massacre, Slumber House Massacre, Prom Nights, House on Sorority Row, Last House on the Left, Tenebrae, Suspiria, all of it. Nightmare City, City of the Living Dead. You name it, I got it.
And Young Tone says, Giants Massacre come on. You shut your trap, Young Tone. Giants are coming.
I've been watching that horror movie for the last 6 years.
And thank you so much, New York for Life 12, for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. Titanic is the greatest movie of all time. A lot of people will say that. Titanic's a very good movie, 1997. I think my brother saw that about 5 times in the theaters when he was a kid. Leonardo DiCaprio. It was a good movie. It would not be my best, but it's definitely a very good movie.
Benjamin says Slicer 2, The Cutting. Yes, yes, I should own that one too. I have a lot of freaking horror movies. I have a lot.
And let's go right here. Okay, so I got 2 questions here. Trojan Ammo says, who beats New England in the postseason? Nobody. But if there was a team in the AFC, I'm going to just talk AFC and not talking NFC, who I think has the best chance, I'll say Colts because of their offensive line. And I'm going to get to Rudy T, and then I'll let Bad Dog, say what he wants to say to that. Rudy T says, Tane and Bad Dog, how much do you think Leonard Williams will want contract-wise? I think it depends on how he plays with the Giants, but word is $100 million. I think $16-17 million a year, probably for 4 or 5 years, is what we're looking at.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get 65 to 85 million. I bet you he's somewhere in there. As far as beating New England in the postseason, nobody on coaches Belichick. That's why. But Andy Reid is due. So maybe the Chiefs do it. Although I don't like their defense, but maybe the Chiefs figure out a way to do it.
I don't think anybody's going to. And John Letourneau, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Ben Zanisi says, "Stand up, the entertainer." Say it.
Stella!
Bad Dog, do y'all, what does he say? Oh man, my thing just froze. Do y'all y'all the best? The Nationals won good. I didn't want Houston to fly. Eagles fly. Yeah, well, God, I shouldn't have said that last part. But John, thank you for being such a great support. I'm surprised you wanted the Nationals to win. You're a Phillies fan. Surprised.
John did that to me. He caught me last night with that too. I hit those last 3 words by mistake real quick, and I was like, "Damn it, I said it."
Yeah, sometimes he gets you with the super chats.
I slipped. It was late.
Where in New York? I'm from Long Island, Ari.
I'm from Saratoga. Well, originally the Bronx, but Saratoga most of my life.
And I was in Brooklyn a year ago. So,
Saratoga, yeah.
But once again, thank you to everybody for being here. I can't believe we have over 500 people in here. If you guys have not gone into that description, please subscribe to Bad Dog Sports. And if there's 500 people in here, I don't know how I could end the stream. I've never ended a stream on 500 people.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have. Not this
Giants
show.
Games.
Yeah, Giants games.
I ended up with 1,600 in there.
That's true. That's true. Not for this show though.
Am I still mad about Deshaun Jackson's punt return? No, that was a regular season game. That doesn't bother me. I was mad that day. That's for sure.
Now let's see what we got here. Stand up, SA says from the Bronx. Let's see what we got. But go ahead and ask your questions, guys. We'll go to 12:30. Then we got to call it a night. Because Bad Dog's got to get up early.
Yeah,
I don't.
6 o'clock.
I work nights, but Bad Dog's got to be up early. And but you guys are phenomenal.
And little Bad Dog will wake up at 2:30 and say, "Day milk." Milk, milky milk, Dad, milky milk. Good night. I got milky milk from, but milky milk.
Good night, Jared Williams. What's going on, UCF Jaguar? UCF Jaguar's been popping in lately, man. I got to get over to his channel. He's been showing me a lot of love. I got to get back to Philly 500 channel too. It's just that I'm always streaming. But UCF Jaguar's got another great channel. If you have not done so, go on over there and subscribe to him. And yes, I am doing tomorrow night's game, Thursday Night Football, Cardinals 49ers. That will be on this channel.
Saratoga Racetrack, yes, Hector. That's not too far from me. That is about a 10-minute drive.
Let's see what we got here. What do you guys think of our special teams returner? We can't get past the 25. Corey Ballantyne? Yeah, he hasn't done much. It's a good point you bring up. Last game, we called it from the beginning. The Lions, I'll tell you, the Lions had a very interesting approach. I haven't seen a team do that yet. They had a guy holding the ball on the kickoff because they were purposely. Now, I've seen teams try to do that, but not hold the ball. And I'm like, they're in the dome. Why are they holding the ball? But they were purposely trying to let them return it from the 1-yard line. And last week, it was actually Slayton because Ballantyne had the concussion. But, yeah, we haven't really been able to burst much in the return game.
Skidmore College, yes, that's also up there. Little Bad Dog needs to grow up a Niners fan. That won't happen. My sister's a 49ers fan, though, West Coast.
Oh, really?
She's a 49ers fan. Yeah. Yes, she is.
How did that happen?
Jumped on the bandwagon in 88.
Yeah. 90s, 80s.
So when the Giants beat them in 1990, that was a thing of beauty. That was another reason I loved it even more. Yeah. I always tell you that's my favorite game of all time. I've seen them win all. I've seen all 4 of their Super Bowl victories, and that 1990 NFC Championship game is still my favorite Giants game of all time. The satisfaction of knocking them the hell out of there, not allowing them to get a three-peat, all the bandwagon fans that were in my school, all the people that talked all that crap, to end that dynasty, that was so satisfying. Especially with Lawrence Taylor recovering that fumble from Roger Craig. That was just...
What was the playoff game they got the revenge? 93, 52-3?
Oh, God, 44-3.
44-3?
Touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... Well, they were good. We weren't good.
Yeah.
I mean, we really got by a Vikings team that was no good, and we just got rocked by a really good Niner team.
That was a great team, yeah.
Yeah, that was Lawrence Taylor's last game, so that's how he went out. Wow.
Let's see what we got here. Who's the top 3 Giants receivers all time in your guys' opinions? Amani Toomer, Odell Beckham probably. Who'd be third? I mean, Cruz didn't do it long enough. Burris? Would Burris be 3 for you?
Oh, no. Definitely Amani Toomer is the best we've ever had. And, yeah, I mean, Beckham, even though he's here for just a few years, I mean, he's got to be. Definitely the most talented receiver we've ever had. I mean, God, there was really nobody that ever stuck around in the 80s. And we never really had guys stick around and impact the team. It might be Victor Cruz.
I think I go Burris. I think I go Burris over Cruz, because Cruz only really did it for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, but I mean, Burris only did it for 3.5 years.
Yeah, it's close.
It's hard. I mean,
could you say Bavaro?
No, he didn't play long enough either.
Yeah.
Homer Jones? I mean, maybe Homer Jones is top 3. I don't know. The Giants have never been known for having really good wide receivers.
Yeah. You know? Oh, Nick Young, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, Bad Dog, set Chris up with your sister.
My sister is 41, and she has 2 kids. One is old enough to drink legally, and the other one's 18. So Chris probably, and she's married, so
that's a problem.
That's probably not going to happen.
That's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. I wouldn't want to be a homewrecker. And Chip Kelly, thank you for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. Would you fellers, I love how he says fellers, would you fellers rather fight a lion or a grizzly bear?
I'd rather just run for my life.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight either one, but I would pick a lion, I guess, because maybe it'd be quicker. But also, lions sleep 22 hours out of the day, so there's a good chance he's sleeping.
Oh, God, I wish I was a lion.
And It's Handle, thank you for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, who's winning the division? I got the Cowboys. We both picked the Cowboys at the beginning of the year.
Yes,
Bad Dog is sticking with the Cowboys. I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know, because the Eagles have a much more favorable schedule down the stretch. It's a coin flip. Ask me that question after Monday, because if the Giants win, let me comb my hair again. I got the comb out. Frank Sentinel says, $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, didn't get your email. Left mine in the chat earlier. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give you my email right now, Frank. That way you can email me. So here you go. It's in the description too, but you can email me right here. And then he won the giveaway for the free tickets for the Giant Jet game. There you go. There is my email. And then I will send your email to One Giant Rebuttal. So there's the giveaway winner. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Bad Dog's looking forward to meeting you as well. So, Frank.
I can't wait to meet everybody. I got Giants Mafia guys going down there. My man Bones.
Actually, I'm sorry. That's the wrong email, Bad Dog. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I forgot the 85.
Yeah. Don't initial. Don't send that.
That's my email.
Yes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of people down there. Like I said, Bones, a guy from Giants Mafia, diehard Giants fan, one of our best subscribers. Obviously, Chris, One Giant Rebuttal. I'm looking forward to hanging out like the night before.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
My brother-in-law says to me, he's like, dude, I'm getting fucked up. Yeah, okay, I'm not. I want to enjoy the game. But I say, hey, you didn't do what you got to do, brother.
And John Laterno says I picked the Nationals because it was their first. Okay, it was their first championship. All right, I get it. I get it. Drafting Daniel Jones, I was so pissed at.
You weren't alone.
Were you on my channel that night, the guy? Were you on my
channel? Viral. We were so mad.
Yeah, there's compilation videos where we have 1 million views, so it's not my proudest moment. But
mine neither. I mean, I've had family members see that and go, "That's not you." I go, "Oh yeah, I get pissed like that." Well, it was my wife's family. They're like, They said, they're like, wow. I say, yeah, that's what happens when I watch the Giants. I'm a lunatic.
Yeah. Chip Kelly, I've done that before. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So have I.
Yeah.
We've both done that. We've done that together. Nonsense streams. Usually we end up a little hammered. And, I drank a half a bottle of Crown one night doing that.
Oh, yes. Bad Dog almost fell on his face.
My birthday stream, I know I was pretty jacked up on that one, too.
Yeah. Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
Couldn't feel my lips by the end of that.
And JG, man, with the $2 super chat, you can forget about it. He says, you guys think Shermer and Betcher will improve? I hope. I hope. That's all I could say. I don't know. Couldn't stop by to talk to you guys. Was so busy, but we'll tune into. Oh, you got it, man. You got it, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you home, Car. And JG, man, thank you so much for the super chat. So you say no under any circumstances they won't improve?
Nope. Sherman been around long enough. He's not going to improve. And Betcher stinks. Betcher's game plan sucks.
I hope they improve, but I completely get the negativity.
Well, it's not just my video. That's not just my video essay. I'm just the thumbnail. But it's Chris is on that, and there's other guys on that. Actually, the last reaction is the funniest. The kid that gives himself a wedgie and throws himself on the floor. That's pretty goddamn funny.
Yeah, it is pretty damn funny. I think I'm the first one.
Yeah, I'm just the thumbnail on that.
Yeah.
But I love how people steal our shit, and if we do that, we get in trouble. But that can go on SI.com. Guys can take our videos and use them as their own without giving us any credit and everything else. So, whatever.
Yeah. Couldn't stop by to talk to you guys. Was so busy, but I just responded to that card. Thank you for letting me. John Letourneau, man, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, Bad Dog and Chris, Eagles will be rooting.
Oh, we know.
Oh, we know. We know, and I know Cowboys fans will be rooting for us when we play you guys later in the season.
Yep.
So we're hoping that we could make both you guys happy, because then we'll be happy.
Yes, we'll be very happy.
How many LTs are there? No, there's one. Chris Sinor. There's one and only one. I don't want to hear this LaDainian Tomlinson nonsense. There's one and only one.
There's only one.
Victor Jimenez says, did you really come up with Danny Dimes, Bad Dog?
Listen, all I can say about Danny Dimes is supposedly this was out in April, before the Giants even drafted him. Or maybe it was right after the Giants drafted him. That I did see an article that says, the guy says Danny Darts, Danny this, Danny that, Danny Dimes. I never heard it used. I never heard it anywhere until it was the Bears game, I think. I kept saying Danny Dimes. There's my boy Danny Dimes. There's my boy Danny Dimes. I said it 5 times before the game started. Then he threw a touchdown in the game. And then next thing I knew, it was on Giants Twitter. So that's why I thought I made it up, because I said, well, shit, I never heard anyone use Danny Dimes before. And then all of a sudden it was on Giants Twitter the same night that I started saying it all the time. So who knows? It's semantics, and it doesn't matter.
At the end of the day,
there was 2 guys looking to trademark it, and I know damn well those guys had nothing to do with it. I don't know if it ever got passed, but I know that they didn't have anything to do with it. So who the hell knows where it came from? It's like Al Gore saying he invented the internet. I mean, anybody can say they invented something, right?
Yeah, at the end of the day, let's just hope he plays well. Whether, I don't care who came up with the nickname. We could all call him it.
I didn't not anymore. I don't remember last time I said Danny.
You haven't
Dimes,
said.
I just called Daniel Jones
now.
now.
Daniel Jones. Rudy T says, if the Cowgirls miss the playoffs, will Garrett be back next year? No, in my opinion.
That's why I hope they win the division.
Yeah, they got to win the division and probably get to the second round for him to be back, in my opinion.
I'll have to root for them then. I need Garrett back. I need Garrett to go back there.
Sources say OBJ may be done in Cleveland. Just speculation. I don't think so. Too early. Which happens first, Knicks championship or Giants draft a linebacker in the first? That's a great question. If you count edge rusher, I think the Giants could definitely draft a outside linebacker in this year's draft. If you're talking middle linebacker, it might be a Knicks championship, because we seem allergic to drafting middle linebackers early in the draft.
Not since '84.
Yeah.
So last time I took a linebacker in the first round, 1984, Carl Banks. That was it.
What's going on,
and
John?
they had good linebackers there, guys. There was a guy by the name of Lawrence Taylor. He's pretty good. He's there.
Okay. He's all right.
There's a guy by the name of Harry Carson, Hall of Famer. He was pretty good, too.
He's solid.
And he still went and got Carl Banks.
Yeah. The greatest linebacking core.
That's how you run a 3-4.
You need great linebackers.
Taylor, Banks, Carson's Reasons, Pepper Johnson. with a Leonard Marshall. That's how you do it. That's why the Bears, that's why I said last year that Bears team reminded me a lot of the 86 Giants. It really did, because that linebacking core was sick. And then you had Akeem Hicks. He was your Leonard Marshall. Your Khalil Mack was your Lawrence Taylor. Your Leonard Floyd was your, Harry Carson. Your Danny Trevathan is your Carl Banks. And then, of course, you had Hicks up front, so your Leonard Marshall. So they were really good last year. Now, their offense sucks, and they lost a couple of key pieces on offense or on defense. Chris and I picked them to finish third in the division. We said they'd take a step back, and they have.
Yeah, they might finish fourth. Lions could definitely beat them.
They
out.
definitely could.
But guys, it is 12:30. We only were expected to go to 12. We went overtime because you guys blew this stream up. And I don't know how it happened. All I could say is thank you. And I hope that you guys join the channel. I hope you guys join Bad Dog's channel. The link is in the description below. I will be live tomorrow night. Bad Dog will be live possibly tomorrow night, he said. And if not, definitely Friday. And we'll be doing this show Wednesday. We'll be on my channel Sunday. We'll be on his channel Monday. Yep. And thank you guys for all your love, all your support. And thank you guys for being here and really, really helping this blow up and being the best supporters on YouTube. Really do appreciate it. Can't do it without you guys. And happy 1 year, Bad Dog.
1 year. It's hard to believe a year has passed. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. I love looking at that watching our first video. It's just so funny. People say all the time, to us, like, you guys know each other, you guys friends, blah, blah, blah. How'd you meet each other? And it's just funny. I said he emailed me or whatever, messaged me and said, hey, do you want to work together? I said, yeah, I'd love to. And I couldn't make it the first night. I don't remember what happened. And I was like, shit, this guy's going to think I stood him up, And then I said, let's do it next week. He said, okay, got it set up. And he called me, and on the phone, we probably talked for like 5 minutes before he went live. He said, we're just going to record it. We're not going to go live to see how it comes out. And the chemistry was immediate. It was immediate. It's like we had known each other for years talking about the Giants. It just worked out really good. And again, the show has grown through horrible Giants times. I mean, we are bad. We are a bad team. We are 7-18 in our last 25 games. And if you go back to 2017, I don't even know that's like 10-30, whatever the hell it is. It's just really bad. A really bad stretch of games. And yet, through all of this, you guys are here every week for this show. You watch all of our videos. You comment. You're with every stream. We can't do this without you. It means the world to us. And Chris and I always joke around saying, how good is this going to be when we're good? How good is it going to be when we're good? We're all going to get to celebrate together when we're good. And it's going to happen next year.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. Thank you guys for being here. We really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for being a part of the stream. And let's get a win on Monday.
Absolutely.
Do it.
All right, guys. So, again, thank you guys for hanging out on our 1 year anniversary and making this the best stream we've ever had as far as the show goes. Unbelievable support, guys. Can't thank you enough. I'm going to go get some sleep. I'm going to get about 5 hours of sleep again tonight. I don't get any sleep anymore. This is my time for this anyway. NBA, I'm on the no sleep schedule through the winter. But anyway, guys, you have a great night, and hopefully we see you tomorrow. Enjoy your Halloween, everybody. Be safe out there. Get lots of candy, and we'll see you next time. For the entertainment, it is the Bad Diggity Dizzle, and we are gone. Peace!